and you better drop Betway cold Saturday amount. I said you drop it.
You drop it.
Oh yes, you
drop it.
The woman said Betway no, and I will be try Odiano and after what D Usika na Betway options ne doso. The woman and say crowd almost say ultra bet na the woman mo de abesunko and it's a ultra and now gain points. Now gain points. Edu baby na pese uya. Obetimi a convert amana besika. Na fe onso yi na fe de akoto aduan yadi and as was said the trial bet umpewe na open the Betway for munko and dem and in the opportunity of the high sense adaroma high sense American trust ban home appliances say in the microwave na open and I say the blenders and the mayor more dimujuma in the kitchen more pekato so do I be and some now TV and I open and air condition I open what do I need and some better high sense na fe what about genuine many be so say a 5-year manufacturer defect warranty da so and to what oh you save baby on some odi kwadu juma achimota ya boy juma na fe West Hills more I want cry we do West Hills more ya boy juma tema and I fe takra de kumasi wa dum and I fe tano so and I fe onya do ya can say tafua ya boy juma 0302 550 000 na fe ni high sense din komo ya rem our gentleman dental now was sing and I feel obezosia when we are what to my ademases and I would try our son so and I say scaling and polishing and I we so good and a silver crown our siswa yeah what to my ademakaka and as you are needing an almost a consultation now for your examination and for now now I said I was sending and subesia kwaba bojuma and my restoration and a file and no ya bon ejma your tamale your bojuma our tishigu upside post office wall and I atomic down ube we ya crowd so nungwa ya bo adwuma wana afi onya dukumase a abropo junction ya adwuma mamo watakra de awata disco junction o sam abekan ye mo aflawo opsi GCB 559139582 na phone ye adin enkoma router natural that no na American fo adem amase router live and American wasam adamase ne unya binu ma beboa pa na router live enom eboa blood circulation moja edi afusane ewo ni pedran mu no eno ensom etimi eboa ana afa router mixture eno so dele ewo ye kan say malaria bia enom achunya bi na oboa general body pains eno so no be fluid amount na de etwato no eye router wo mu etonic no eno so eye adwuma pa na eboa etwiti malaria fever akoda oni mfie mrudumie no omani bia enye ye o makoda no fo anaso wafa yefuna yedre ontimi enum bi 0244 485632 na ni router empany for edin koma best brain publications wo mu adaroma books no basic 1 to 6 and have English language abani say IT enom languages no dagbani and have fante French ana de ka wunyina no onsam abeka bi na science ni nyina no wo mu bi abane kindergarten and ya crèche no yansom no bi 1 kg ni nyina no wo mu books on kwada de picture reading and coloring ni nyina no wo mu bi ona ya bano JHS na fe SHS no so mo dia sa integrated science and English language abane social studies and nyina no past questions and answers on sa kabia boduma pankro no abed road na ya brana posada hotel 0507200200 na fe wadu komo tabia daroma na tabia takum ni yebedi na ye divie mena ya wada chne Friday ye room ewo ye kan se na watwi mu ensom na wie ye takum yi dofo bebe fia besraw ana wifi ensom na beba ni nyina no esemoma empema gudie ensom na ye kama na tabia takum no unya bi na udia enom enso betimi aboa amanuama aye kama adjama wompem na tabia ba mistake adela with malaria eba no join this obi ananuma toa ontimi endi di wadro no na fe capsules no so ade wawura ye kan se sisie no asemu sisia oya unya bi na oba o ebeto pa 0243686861 na oni atinko me dumafo ana me do adri Dr. Tenda so doctor asamen control say ne eba no stroke ya de ana say waist pains doctor eno no ono ana betimi aboa na waya adwuma no de ma doctor adwuma oye no ano de obi ane bema no aye mre ana say mu aye mrebu nso afon ayekitwe bi obi nso amikan obese mu ye du emu ye teterete by trewa na nneoma ye kama demo amidimafo ana eva doctor ye adwuma pa wode mra ebeto so ade amount abuako agogo school junction ana afo ene ye kan say akran so a poku asema ye ho ana doctor edini juma 0244774282 na afo ne doctor edim nkom Alaska Daruma about what purpose our no se kroma de ya kan trem say ye ka jodia ye di ye dem ana fe office se ne open what purpose 3D 5D edem do juma no Alaska ana do ani tre se blanketins and also no wodi edi juma ni na no you be ya so ye di edi juma na se no so ama me se kumase ade ene Ghana fana ba bia na dum ane wa ye di juma ben boss and build no ana fa cross circle tiptoe lane inside shippers baby ataman K20 phobia one so edini juma 0554114878 na fe woni edin komo na yanko doctor way na yan Dr. Lawson amon komo na Lawson Beverages Limited Roma Daruma Lawson delay man beaters enom ana American for them delay man beaters e wa dwama so enti ze otie me na no pay na so be se obo adwuma e wo mpam be ma ese wo delay ese wu mema yo e wo mpam be ma membo adabrijo be ma memfan toto anoma adi enso ntimi nkwese bia ya na afasimi apie abonte ha adwen wadro e Lawson delay man be ma udienye obanso menses inflow ya Lawson delay man capsules abeboa enom ebeboa ma aflow amount se ensizo so bo wa eba na atwitwini mu eboa bosome no aba no obehu se the next month na dina ma the next month na dina ma following month na ba eno anetimi fa ho ma semba no enti yasrepa delay man capsules yi e ma no munum bie na mo fancy ki ho na nyoma nye kama pa 0248619999 baby ato draw ewa Ghana habe bia no obenya draw bi enso ngato na enida so Herbal clinic ya doctor elder ousu enye doctor say cataract esu ani so te ana wo wani so ana se unte hu ade ewa chirichi ya tro kofi yesu etowa wosi kofi usu na no adwe pa because wani no ehunu yama yi wo glaucoma ensom na hawa doctor say trauma bia wo fam eno eya ni no brain na onya djuma fama doctors on fa ene sekan ana panie bia me wo wani eya bibidro ana doctor edidi ni djuma diabetes any stroke hypertension ade any prostate ni nyina doctor ewa draw de say ade takra de doctor eya djuma our podcast tese ben Archbishop Porter Gaso ana kwada so extend park wa doctor ensom na edini djuma den anya asameto akra mo akran so ewa Tabora Alaji Walako Junction on a doctor edit to 055-990-1234 na ne doctor edin komo na Caristic and yedu ho na fe enche ya kwama na akomia bem na Caristic some country say zawa mister ene ne gene die eno ene dominate namu ya de dro e kroma e dominate de untimi nya droi enso mfim ti anu ahye no so ade amame say Caristic no zawa mister ene ne gene die eno etugo no eyi syphilis eyi candida enso mfront menstrual pains and also etimi say yi edifo na Roman capsules ne die ene ya mema dro boost bema pem ama bema utimi bo adwuma wo ma wadro enyonya bia beboa pa hindi no enso madela wetene diabetes no and blood pressure ebekwa hindi ananya bia beboa 0246348334 na afoni edin kom na afoni ama enso aya kama ede amaye ko Dr. Baho na ya din kom Herbal hospital ana me dimani eche doctor nie wasu watin kase ya spana kodi ana ya anasem bia me kase enanu pay unsema bu we player wanya injury kotodwe ni nyina no doctor eya wadwuma adem ama doctor say no adwuma ne de enoa ne oya wana se ho no de no de bobwa ne aboboso na mom say ye stroke ni gono ene ya de bia wode kuro bi atu enum eyankuda obese ne doctor enchire so famawa doctor wa do de eye nwadwuma adem ama wa 0244 na the doctor edin koma doctor ewa tonsu agogo ya ben agogo hospital ana fa crown so ewa Spintex Road 18 Junction on some America doctor na no pay ya ba amononesis here na emon power specialist ana me de etu me sebofo enem na no pay ni nyina no eye hepatitis no ya dey ana ensom di problem eba ana fatty liver prostate na afi about fibroid ana kidney stones ni nyina no ode wani etre ene power specialist about hospital ya ma me doctor akoso adua ya ebe enwa adwuma de amount na wasi enroni de what adua ya ba mala misaba enu treat malaria cough care ba Mr. Obawa wadronye ana adua ya ba tonic nso ya dua enom ewa German so abehye no so de ama doctor no no waya adwuma ye pa wo akra no wo de ani kire kwabenya ACP road ewo power hospital bus stop wo Kumase eno eye Kumase free asebosomtwi road ewa adua ya junction mo takrade orekodom ewa Naji estate wa ase mo nko 0244544422 now near my doctor akosia adua ya ensom adin komo enano pay
yes Capo enche bia ya babe tufa ne akwakopiemu wo amanone ne ade amanone nsem no ede eguwo ede ama yetiefuo ede yahwefo enano pay nyina bemmo miriwu etufa akwakopiemu Kantanka Herbal Pharmaceuticals omo ene de emulate herbal supplement ede bread na obody no emese nyoma bebre didimu na entimi anya adwuma se de wo se etimi ya utobi na onoma detoxify the body no ema nyoma etimi sisi na kwamu esaso ye immune booster ede ma na oya maame na se wafa fura eni kwan se utimi enumbi na wo ma akoda no fo a eni kwan se utimi enumbi akoda so a oya under 12 eni kwan se onum emulate herbal supplement be mom so onum aduro bi dia ubetimi anom no 1 hour after say one wankasa waduro no na the emulate herbal supplement na tato na sa ma hoode no etimi ejejina so na ubetimi enya dodo na ewo eye Kantanka Herbal Pharmaceuticals so na ba from ewo number is 0535 112 873 ana 0303 966 429 Yaxin Herbal Mixture malaria enenu edi akwana typhoid fever enenu edi akwana generally obody no obesori anopa bia na ohu edodo a koje Yaxin Herbal Mixture na entimi emwa na entu sa yarwani nyina enfamfiri o enfama na e bema na se bi okompema wuntimi emwa adwuma obaba wa wasiso wuni atenka osori a mejonku eno so ko na koje Yaxin natural capsules na emwa na omema semnu enyina so no atenka no so nye de ano nye she na se omudi si ano ano apai na apai se ta na mu aye de it is Yaxin natural capsules ana obeje koko ene wodi akon koko ebe pai tata de bia if you bia ba no bia bo afu because sabi okose so a wo chero do e di entia oyamatim dodo oyamatim koko no bre it is ya no akwakote Yaxin co capsules na ne omatimi akoye area ma obenya bu Kumase Apedek Herbal Misty Herbal Colinac Herbal Ferdinand Herbal PFA ana Dani Herbal ubetimi afromo 0244 723541 ana 0275 907009 na me wo echo Siemens Vital Herbal Mixture and Capsule Siemens Vital Herbal Mixture and Capsule abrantie usisi de bia ya oya ababawa oya ya osi ye misisi ya me ya na mom susu nya mo abrewa na aba be ka che usisi ya oya ni nyina no yade a enu edi akon ewo honamu sciatica yade wo ho enye untimi asinisi enu no sra asisi na twa ebetimi da bewura asisi kura na ebubu amo ayede amo atimi adade erectile dysfunction so the opeja ya na atofom musa 2 minutes man ni nyina ya Siemens Vital Herbal Mixture and Capsule kwajibi bubobi na afi emu atenka no mema semu nyina so na nyi sisi yare bia mfamfiri wa brabo so na afi unya ofa ho die na bibia nkoye emfa ema ababa wade bia unya mensuosia na wusu na wo kem na wo da bi na me bro cramps da bi yem pesa asem na tie bi ko this cement vital herbal mixture and capsules no na numbi na ntimi ma wa ho oden ene onioma ntimi enyina so emfa wana be ma no pese mu 2 minutes born na yoni na so ye paare a ene no de oba so be capsules ne Mr. ni na bom kikabom 442 formation kikabom bo we na to be atato there's a chiredi na yoma ekoye area ma ubetimi afrom 0240616061 and 0205573555 na me do Kojak farmer
Kojak Yanumbe dawo yesi
be kama na Kojak charcoal toothpaste ema oseno white kama de bia osia yellow de bia osia yellow
ema fe osia wo de tete
ye busa wa so rebesin da bi de besin
maza abua
Chusi na eno na Kojak charcoal toothpaste ebe bo ama oseno matimi aye fe ama hotimi sere e wa bontim obi atimi hwe wanim na eno na owie ya na okoje the Kojak regular fluoride toothpaste eno ema osene ye den ye pie kra na redompe bi a de bom as yi agi mi si da bi ye mpane sa biem e basa woni boys ni wi a epia bontin na mo koje moni a wontimi hwenam wo ho be kire iti koje Kojak regular fluoride toothpaste no na ma oseno enye den na nyina so na mo na de odi be bia no obetimi e de aye ye wi na de akokoma Kojak pro code na eno utiye oya flu wo ho code achew de bia wona si de bi kwaje no na yisu no na nyoma enkoye enfama na nyisa yare wane nyina enfefro fast enya afi na abenom na bia be 5 days azana akoda bi e din se de kra no me de obekọ Kojak P and Kojak sensitive toothpaste and Kojak P and Kojak mouthwash choose make sure so se ne den you code na free wa amama ya gina otrimu no na make sure say mouthwash a obe use no so no nyoma be koye di ama Kojak farmer o kan shi drug lane Accra and Central Market Kumase ubetimi from 0244 559597 and 0244 481341 eye P-Wack and yedrui eye 3P garlic mixture
yes
garlic no way enya ade afa bibia mu eye fresh enya ade aye duro ne kama hwenitino hwede da screen ya so na okoto bia ya mfa mbu bitini ye kokko ana garlic no so ye kokko ene da konko no ho okona garlic ne ye white na litini ye white adabi enye no a
bottle ne bo
pai
tieni ye
e bo pai
ne mfa rubber bi ama
dabi e bo pai se ta it's a 3P garlic a immune booster de be ma o high blood pressure pressure kosoro na wo bre na no ma bi tete na da bia wo dwendwen a pebi na nom na blood pressure ne mra
3P garlic
sugar level tete wa pressure press bi e be yini de afi wo na abenya bi wo Accra o kanshi case work Kofi Sam and Angel Herbal tema comedy 5 ubenya bi wo Little George Kumasi ubenya bi wo Kolinak Herbal Danny Herbal and Chris K Herbal wa mumuni Away Enterprise opposite Cathedral Kofoidu abenya bi wo Gapsen Pharmacy Asamai Ekus Pharmacy Medina Health Alert Clinic opposite Post Office ho ubenya bi wo Abesam Herbal Takra de ubenya bi wo AA Mensa Tamale ewo Wofakodo Herbal near Electromat number is 0248 928824 and 0201 000021 na yedo area ewo Natural Company Limited bema prostrate no hunya pa tambia na doda 2 minutes bia na wo jonso ogu so na sabi who come everybody na bia kam na fu prum da bi ano ya tawo no prum ana sapa ye dware we ni aprum na butro na obre adi jino ho a waso ba yesi o
you know maza the come di agro prostate wa kwati so won so obi nwene so
obi nwene se won say yes
kan ka o
bi wo baby ntiri na akopa bi na emwa Prostate capsules o wi anu age the Truman capsules na abo mema yom na ma odumadi a wudi nyina o pam be gina so am ya fili aha na bi atimi akọ o wi anu the Congo ointment no
honam nani no
na the tree nsano mane toso mane ne kama
say man bi ato yusu Cause skin
da so kama
Oh,
what is a fast was smooth?
Hey,
Sweetness level. Pampalupa. Now, over to me from 0249 017101 and 0204 616161. Capo, and then Yanyaba, Nyasaya Day, Nyaba.
Good, thank you very much. I know, Komiamazano, the one drop pay and question of the day. Na Yenin Koma, Yamuzu P. Adaroma, Dr. Amuzu say, Yemisa will send me a net day enough. Anyone in Komo, I will show you. So now, Dr. Amuzu, I didn't ask me, my mammy drone or crime answer. And I will tell you, any time is over ABC drone in here. Hey, VRO. Okay, my number Baku Mika VRO. My number Baku. Hey, and congratulations.
Thank you for the word so sweet, my brother.
And one would try and VRO.
Yes,
and Kaki
yes, V
very
for Volta, R for Regin, O for Oman.
Okay.
VRO.
And
yes,
yes, and let us
yes.
Baku boy, I would you boy, I'll see me and Sadie.
We can recapture the Pana to teach or better to teach in Gawa program. Nothing as so
offering Naka. BC, and no, young Kuzu, and a CM Misa question, Doctor, boy John. What you may find to tear me now your banner. Moya Beman Sua. When you're driving, and the floor, times to question of the house of P. TV, so I'm more motion the TV nanny also in the end, more Facebook, so you've seen it. Referee now with Jasona.
Yes.
The flag, yeah.
I'm on phone messages. You say the offside. That means play a bad turn. Now who's a referee? Picture flag say offside. The one's about to get the kind. Why? Capo, me the more bad to move. Where? Akwani friend Avaro Morata, okay. Offside kid. Oh, picture ya net to
Morata.
Oh, na Morata Subai. Now the messages no bana yeah ka ede amount. Now obviously Luis Suarez and Mbappe. Happy again na Mbappe no offside there. Me say ananya you be na me pese ya de bi kakra ewo your Twitter post na say one of them follow ewo Twitter ho no x my men kan ye x na yakopie mu Wontumi official na brand and say we dey ababa wo say fe no Afia Works or say Nunes Darwin Nunes Aziz say Morata easy cra Mbappe say against Barca where Kindi or say Mbappe against Barca's high line.
Okay. Papa
Isaac so say Filippo Inzaghi. Wow. Prince Abban say Mbappe and Morata. Hey, ready to see Bill McCracken. Hey, you know maybe I'll come before baby. High Prince Baba Junior or say Alvaro Morata. Papa Kojo Enzo or say is Morata a joke to you? That means Morata. Aha, Kwame Black they or say Timo Werner. United Ernesto City Charito. Anna Prince Abban say Mbappe and Morata. Na yababe Facebook for no dey almost so ene yewo ansani akwako piem YouTube for so enkomo mu ne ebedi be na the course ne be bre omo shadow akwa course ne ready because ene the course ne bre omo pa pampe ene mbedi agro kra yani abre o said the boys you go piem wa YouTube one na entry Abednego or say this is your boy Akiola from Asanteman. More update from Real Madrid. Hello, good morning. I'm from Oduma say I'm Shadow. Jerry John say Mbappe. Lucent on also say Mbappe. Mukonya Mensa Victor or say Morata. Godfrey do say Nicolas Jackson. Augustine Brown music say Mbappe, Nico, Mezan said the same Morata, Razak Abdo say Mbappe, Ivans Dakwa Mbappe, Ajubu Michael say Mbappe, and Posa Force say Mbappe. Eh, na na Mbappe na wayamu dai.
Whoa, mami
Mbappe sa.
Earlier post na simra. Pedro Medina Cruz say Jackson and Mbappe and ono so dey aba. Abanga Philemon say Lukaku boot. And wo no so Lukaku boots.
Ya
sebe mokoma infie se Chikarito. Chika eshe ho. Noble Smith said Penado and his son Pineapple. Upon Bernard say Mbappe offside man and what your Santiago G say the killer instinct. Kylian Mbappe and Kofi Michael or say Mbappe, of course, offside man.
And Mbappe.
Michael Osei said the offside king Timo Werner. Hussein Ahmed said recently it's no other than Mbappe. Na Mbappe.
Why Kofi boni bia?
And Kendrick GSM Mbappe.
Hey. Next Mbappe ya di kuni.
Kakape Benzema.
Hey.
Kakape
Benzema.
Mau Segbe. Mau Segbe. Also Morata and Mbappe respectively. Uminu.
Okay. Yes. Na course no I ready Shaba. Fama na yenche betu course no na yenko amanone. Ewo haya. Iti for first code no pen no paper. Nefa etro ewo ahanum CC BW 13 FAD 58A and only a 5 O's.
Okay.
BW 13 FAD 58A
58A
and the cowboy. They toss me on BW 13 FB1 14EA
14EA.
It is finally a 6 O's. BW 13 FB1 4EA. Yes. Third one here BW 13 FB 26 Last one here BW 13 FB 55 95. Name ento insupa enguso.
The green light. Yes, na enkwamo no nimbra.
Okay,
ne shada genko. Yashua amashia.
Ye bompaye. Shamachi Israel. Angwa juma no you. Yame wohoda. Se uji didia. Obeya juma. Ansachre no you. Yame wohoda. Se uji didia. Obeya juma. Ye bompaye. Shamachi Israel Yehuwa Elahenu Yehuwa Ekad. We ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika luvika. Uvika naveshika. Uvika miyodika. Tode yashak. In English, in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Capo. Capo chairman. Yes. Messages and hey, oh, chairman, yeah, dear pass, say watch me assemble. Yes, quite be coming home, papa, me.
Na guess it is okay how. Guess no. Me say, how many boys in this year? Me say, girls in this say, who to be sponsor? I am number one.
Cheva.
Angwa Juma no you. Yami wohoda. Se uji didia. Obeya Juma. And such renia no you. Yami wohoda. Se uji didia. Obeya ye bompaye shamachi shra Yehowa elahenu Yehowa ekat we ahata et Yehowa elohika
Ronaldo say golden boot no race na kudai anso ngati kantantantina enya sametwani akakrefo no mateba latest no ya fam about Saudi Pro League no nyame adoma match day 4 week 4 fixtures in say ana sitie na nyina no match ehu weekend anase nyame adoma tena no eya Etihad for omoni Al Nassr ana dem boy ni tantantia enya sameto asane nsa Karim Benzema ebom adema Etihad boboko no enti Karim Benzema esia Ronaldo achesenya sameto asa match we and ya be said the tension and after pressure e game no besia continue Benzema ready at your training na wo mu nyina na yade so mu ansom bomoten se ne anuaman som betima ka me do nsam ni nyina no atem ema na no pre e so no so na unim se Kingsley Coman ansom boy juma tema Al Nassr boboko na juma unia ansom bona no sepa because we goes are no som sister one so ya 3 at 6 and one ansom etima ya de amani team no ayade awonsam pi atema na Ronaldo our training masa enye ise kwa unia ayana say or pentam ariti ni 1000 and go and Italia enche ya so Ronaldo 945 goal ever last weekend no ayewe ni misem obetimi atwa so na 1000 goal tally ako atem amasia 7 na fenuama ansom etimi akokama diamaunia na Ronaldo our training sara ko mame and the training pose na fewe unia koya ofa so agina ne na so day to mate amani tima ya fans Al Nassr teams anu wasepa ayadem awon samadeba image and a video that's what shoda ka project adem amamno way ay fan girl fi Colombia akoda way was say Ronaldo fan what di Ronaldo achi and so many years in and warase the Sabeka Ronaldo in general and one also a gift in Colombia womu a national team jersey ya dem when the sunlight has ni na no adem ema na e so no so na Ronaldo training picture obenye no and some de aba na kedi and koma kakra ngade afami konia na ni abre achese owese ne anuaman som betima kama na enumaya mami Joao Felix akoda we oya happy man Al Nassr edu baby Barca akoda we woman fana nya bibia ana afe Atletico Madrid woman fa kodai and some anya sheba bought Chelsea and Joao Felix na yabeto yento any ade akoda ya ko Saudi Arabia say anijia ojem no Saudi anya sebeto abrabon anya said ye nananom ekanse you baby na afe wa comedy na afe wa de besie e wa abrabon mu dia mama sa akoda ni aje atese and training our training afa papa adem amano atese ne no enuama ko kama adem amaunia yatem the sunlight asuni nyina no ade abana CR7 and some enye Ronaldo picture na me penimasa unia anso kwanya wafa so enwa ototo entena our training no enye ise kra Ronaldo ana ene wono som nwese nyame adoma wo mene tiad boboko no obediri tuma na fenuama som nwe kama ayade ensem no pede ba no pano ana meka tro se Rooney at the interview biaba at nkoma for Ronaldo na Rooney ade kakra ensom nwe na Rooney on say Rooney ne de na danfo pa ni Messi because Rooney no obi a debia Rooney bona baso eso Leo Messi what me can Messi in ball Messi a best player and a Messi say and a manfaza now we are Manchester ni and a Ronaldo and some way Manchester ni we Ronaldo and so about our Manchester Debiana who page out Messi now Messi D and a Messi say and a Messi say and then Wakle and one Rio Ferdinand Manchester United legend no see and we mutin command Panama Day and no buy I catch you say or no or Ronaldo and not just so hitting is a man for say a hit be as we hitting as a just what Tanani and no crab animal na ni nyina chi no ano parliament awon sampa me ko obiem ano ana Shadrack Capo na mom no Shadrack Obama me dia okasa fa Ronaldo mentality eho waso Ronaldo no masa eba no mentality Ronaldo adwen awodem abobo na something special mentality and brain a Ronaldo ekuta no go beyond football wano wadi ball na tiache as a player wabaye coach awodi ni juma na Ronaldo adwen awode bobo no player bia ni wa all some mindset and a mentality nubi yebetie Rooney kakra wonu so ebo Ronaldo abaso.
It's like looking thing and it's sacrifice.
I think it looked like that though, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it felt like that at times. But I want to win. I want to win the Premier League. I want to win the Champions League. And I think that was a big difference. Cristiano has got something in his brain which I don't think anyone's got. He's got this mindset and mentality which is way beyond anything I've seen in football. Where I've got a mindset and a mentality which is not that level, but it's that level where I want to win. I've never cared about Ballon d'Ors or winning individual trophies. For me, that's nothing. I couldn't care less on that. I want to win. I want to win with you, win with my teammates, Premier League, Champions Leagues. That's what.
And if that meant you going to the left,
football's about
the Champions League final, you'd do it.
Cristiano had, of course, he wanted to win all that with the team. Selfish mentality where he wanted everything. Not once I look into
and somehow with Rooney legend of Manchester United a team commander for Ronaldo a team commander bana or can some brim our day at two just I will be so question be 2010 what would you mean pay and then I will try to 2010 and I no Rooney a was a question be so why and I bet me about replace Ronaldo and the Carlos Tevez. So question up to now Obianiwa what me answer player biaba I what me babo Premier League num and answer what me babo to say Ronaldo and answer Carlos Tevez 2010 and obusa kosai Obianiwa what me answer still the question and you answered.
Right, I want to know that question I asked them in 2010 it still hasn't been addressed from 2010. And I think fans have seen that. I think when fans look back, they'll be like, you know what? He actually seen what was coming. This is probably my biggest contract I was ever going to sign. So I wanted it to be right. I wanted to know him throwing into the manager. It's like, before, I had no issue with the contract. Before I go any further with the contract, what's the plan here? Like, who are we bringing in to replace Tevez and Ronaldo? And he went for me.
In the meeting?
It was just me and him, wow. He's gone for me, so I was like, no problem. Walked out, got my car, drove over to Old Trafford, and met David Gill. And I was like, there's no talking to him. Like, I think it's a legitimate question to ask. So looking back, was it right, was it wrong? I don't know.
Come on, Rooney, come on, and your team and 70 play by Rooney and Rio Ferdinand, and come on, your team and 70 play by and Rio Ferdinand Fedro, and some do baby acquire when in Rio Ferdinand bar, more TV so more when they be a boboa, none in Salon or the Ascend or the Ninsa, Nabachana Senahaka, not what to be a Ferdinand, what may you, Rio Ferdinand, and Obusa the same Obusa Rooney say, Rooney, what are strikers no Mabano? They say you are strikers. Be game num ubenya and Mbappe ubenya players ni bebre awomo I strike Erling Haaland num and players ni bebre ba Alexander Isak munyina top strikers o maba na say uta monitor why na best striker Ben award man pa yenti o say Erling Haaland one top striker otare pa adem ba no nya ready yenti we no wenum ne wife friend say Colin no Colin wife adem ne Rooney na Rooney ni abusa ne say ne wife na play major role na brabom na sign na wife no besi akanasem afa no say wan share ne wife na anko awu wasem the wife no wan share anko was adu babi na abrabon de na ko ache level no Rooney edu ya abrabom no enye ne wife friend Colin anko awu dada Rooney say otimi nom sam bro da baabi na fa hwe Rooney otama mo nim Rooney story a eno e ba yi our internet utimi say Rooney timi bro na fa hwe Rooney ni ade wase wife kaka wife ya calling ya anu abobo na anu wase se nyono a ko ntiase a oye interviewer obo wife abaso because enye ne wife na ka say on tiase nko afimo enom dia boss alcohol inside do baby na Rooney bro waton samon tentan oba na ana boaye amana do deslavu tie me na ko ware tie ne ye pa o na say do baby amanu so play major role e wo your life no because do baby na ba ma ne omo ye den a your wife na ana oto ani because no na de bia ne te enti so anya oba papa no ane na ntena edenzamebo ana Rooney atem na student ya football ansom atema na no pay na Messi and some Juma Humachilio Messi a boy woman in New York for no a born no a basin to Miami na Messi a promotem at Watna our Sagamano a Cosian ball and Elio Messi and some Nabaso 2 goals and a Messi and some Masaya Ama a branch Luis Suarez at the Baco and some Macau Messi and man of Tamacha order and also Macotaman and Montemar Winia boy and I know as a poor game no man and as a woman be our fun Leo Messi a fun a buy na obedu stadium wa tiache train say Messi be sign autograph dem amano na enne Messi sign autograph na mami no sabi oyo bia ontimi nante what hwiche mu na Messi sign dem ano no esu ana wo su na say ade wo hwehwe wa brabam so be hu Messi our entire life enne all call him Messi Messi buy ya Messi sign dem ano say wow arosem so we a movement amami ana anwe dase ne ono enso betimi enya Messi autograph ete egu na tadiem na fe David ono so I say legend bi ebe bobo I family Messi ema ne encounter with Leo Messi entano kakrefo no madeba latest ni nyina no yadem ema na no pe e so no so na unim say ene former Real Madrid defender I fan Sergio Ramos so Ramos we are now matching so our club Randos de Montreal game no eba so Ramos team no elusu 6-2 na omune ene tuluka ana de ebani ama Ramos mx penalty game and enso cross into Sergio Ramos no ogusu a odini jumanwa na the rating 5.5 na sa modemo no enso our so tema Sergio Ramos ya dem ene sa latest nyina no eba report bi eba sa Manchester United kopɛ Senegal womu mfoda Mohamed Dabo na reporter yense kan say ene womu ade abasa mayu for say omu emfa ofa bia enso mwenko mame wey dabunie enti abrantia ya friend say Mahmoud ene Mohamed ene Dabo ene reporter mabane say mayu womu say omu enko for ene player biasa eno report free ho adem ba ya do nsam ni nyina no enso adem anaro play so no so na wonim say reporter min sam kan nano play enso ene say enwa ana Jason Wilcox Manchester United womu ekra presentation FM ama branch Bruno Macatro say Bruno no born 100 goals last weekend as ama Manchester United enti womu ensom no born abaso ama Jason Wilcox enra what the special presentation atem akoma branch friend say Bruno anopano ye in the pictures no and after video no anso bi kakra atem ama yebetie kakra Jason Wilcox ade atudwa bra na omo presentation ade ama Bruno Fernandes to Manchester United adem omunsempi adebano pano ana beka to Manchester ewo ene Fortaleza omuhwa kodabi asora ko the picture no bayen gona fe ni nkomo reporter by the Manchester United 17-year-old and a player our no ensom holding and a midfielder I funny Cristiano Ronaldo onye na kodawe oye deep playmaker atasene obo ade ene ema Fortaleza on 50 na reporter men say can say mayu womu chese womu reach agreement with the club womu chese nyame aduma next year and we be 18 into do 18 years one oba be partner Manchester United 50 one Bruno Shadia no be se unya the video na no pano yeshi ya no assign at the toso be hwe said the ball esia ti akoda ni ball ne ball atase ne ball ne different cra wonya ball na so be je wo se wani mu a dey so be tima yi ball and so ngade afi na ni nyina no ade asa akoda aye Juma Manchester womo enye hwe na womo agree onye ha kudani ne mo hwe ne born wo TV no and I feel live on Facebook mo hwe no onya born na onye ha otiasom na wajemu wonim kwan a ya fa so position and I feel say in a pass ye montum true passes enye je krobe pega ba ko bi wa obo se de na Juma eye enso esiti ono anadada no ya eze man for the chase nyame adoma next year na odi 18 years no wadi na afo mo adene ba Premier League no ma no eye die for no mate be no nsam ni nyina no afem ba ma me Jose Mourinho na ye ni komo Jose Mourinho nie ese Mourinho enra otese na mizanom din hon komo ewo Benfica team no ze na Jose Mourinho ewo Lisbon e montenso nie wo ma ye Mourinho ni mura ete amano awo mode ana Jose Mourinho eno ana da na so mura ye o ma ya obawu senkenom obawu eagle ano ayo kodie symbol adawane ya Benfica womo symbol no na dachre no obesa wo se stadium bi wachre red one o maye no ayo Benfica womo stadium no ano mo dia design no ana fe signature na danchen ya ababa wawei atwe ne fo a otwai ano so ayo Jose Mourinho ne signature ana da enchen awo achese ne womo de ball Mourinho abaso achese womo chese ya dan a womo se emanfo Capo to foi edwoma no tum ana Mourinho abai enfam any adini nyina no ayade ma ye ede yade Jose latest ni nyina no edem ema ne also no so enu here for game aba so Arsenal wo mo bomoden abini sa game no na enra yambo abranchi afan se e better say na baso wo ya juma anya ne first goal ede ema Arsenal eboboko no na ne coach afan se Mikel Arteta ade sam kakram ade atudo say o demanding more ede fa abranchi a ya fan se better say ensom enra wo bomoden atene nam abon goal dikai ade ama Arsenal eboboko no namom emanisi wa bra afei ana jeni no start ade ama enti de coach no ade tudo nyina ne se he anu amatri mu de enso na ma eneni side diaka eni se jumaden ana eso kotokoso abo ade ma Arsenal eboboko no manager Mikel Arteta enso ngari kakra atudade waka nyina no enso eni so demand more ana de afinu na koi of fixing game a oba ese ne wotumi abwana for timi ese goals no as abwana for me man so kama eno aye de free and the manager I feel say Mikel Arteta ewa ye de kakra eba Arteta anyway ema e better easy
very centrally against a team that obviously with a 5-4-1 they are super compact inside. It's not easy to find spaces, but he's very capable with the goal. You've seen that there are another 3 or 4 actions that he's completely through and people playing through. He needs to still play more time a little bit with those guys to understand the timings, especially of the things that he needs to do, and then actions like that will be more consistent and better for us. In general, very good. There is still a lot more to give, I think.
Jate atujade wonsam no Bayern ko Liverpool yeni komana abranche Liverpool center back ya fani Giovanni Leoni enra ya kan wonsam be brede kire wo try e wo mo game mo boy no na se reporter man say several man ACL no de unya na ayara wonsam ade ama Liverpool say way ACL ana unya enso ayo mo kire say way enya 1 month ana bia enya 2 months several months ana unya enso ebetimi atena fie say reporter man say Champions League squad no yet is a Liverpool Federico Chiesa we mo ever register because player no na omo ensom enya registering ti abranchia your friend say Giovanni Leoni epra no way as the Federico Chiesa so no ensom ever registered our Champions League and the squad at ama Liverpool evoboko na near report from Mateba Densam no from Bafisan company coach Adama Pamunchin evoboko no na Vasan company and the kakra to Danina no John Boateng and so every time enter one ensom natumi akọ ana ene manager ewo omu game wo mu ebe ball and wode kakra etem na to omu sane say Jerome Boateng no wo uni sane wo say Jerome eyobia onim Jerome pa because na ball ana Jerome so onim no ewo Hamburg Germany ho wo say den time ano no wadi 20 years na Jerome no ewo 18 19 years ano no ensom anim no enti so de ene wo mu esi ball together ewo city artist wo mu ball ebo mu no ɛno nso ohun wakakra hu sɛ de ne John Boateng nso asitie na do kan sɛ John Boateng pe player when a successful career obeka sɛ boy yi nso ebo a obebo ye no I very successful ɛno de ne wade atudwa do nsɛm na teba wɔn musa ne sɛ John Boateng John no waretai obeba into coaching na obepe SMB ankene wote ne be ra back room staff no mu bia wa training no na ne wono abedi ne tuma no so hade ɛyɛ kwa ho enwema bi sɛ no yɛnka ɛwɔ kwa ho ɛyɛ ade a sɛ John no ɛyɛ nadwe ɛsɛm obey coach na ora coach num na onya good people around him a obetimi abɛ better coach sɛ ne ono vasan company enso ayɛ a very good coach ano yɛ kakra wadem atudwa don sam no of bana Criminja enso de yɛ tete ene sɛ obetimi abɔ de tia brema nyame adoma wɔtena na ana manager no de atudwa sa Criminja de no sɛ bibia kɔ kama ɛwɔ training ene ɛwɔ sadaba straza wa ɛno ane yɛbɛwu sɛ player no betimi abɔ anasɛm ntimi mbɔ ɛmfa ɛma kyɛ free team and friends by Munchen apromo ene Bremen game ne baso na me adoma ɔtena na ene ana Karl-Heinz Rummenigge all these 70 years na ene ne 70th birthday enie and wombusa manager sam dan na betimi aka de afa the club legend I friend say ne Karl-Heinz Rummenigge ɛho ano so we obia wono why very privileged as all year aduma and empanifo bi say awomu and some club legends personalities we say na do kan nyina ne say manager way and I say papa nkai obia kind of Alex Ferguson and I Pep Guardiola nom aduma omo nso abeye na do kan nyina ne say we obia we important at the club no na do betimi aka ne say yen shape footballer Karl-Heinz Rummenigge abeye o deserve attribute BSN yadem amanu because ababebi and some ade ama world footballer wade eno nsam no ade atudwade ensem no penso adem ama na do pe o so no so na Barca team no omu enso ye studio na Barca womu tu adem afi omu ho ade omu ni ache Real Oviedo na Barca team no obenya ade amamia aha time na Barca team no ensom etu eniomu game no womu ni Real Oviedo ana te ebani na me adoma nwumre ana sa game no ensom ebetimi abaso Barca ana wo hwe womu eboisi entoraji ana wo hwe womu a womu ensom eko ayede ensem no pede ba as of anopa 8 a.m. na Barcelona supporters airport enom aye Asturias airport aha ana womu ababalande anopa 8 a.m. I was Spain na omabedu awomu twense ne Barca team no enso be Barca time no kra no na Barcelona enya fa flight esem ne womu enso na ba betu na mom no na omabedu supporters ni o anopa 8 a.m. omu tina Asturias airport awomu eke Barca womu team no maza abrofo de boy womu ni ball ni ye pa atese ne obeka so mu ni juma bia dia no pa 222 no watwem ana omu tina airport a womu eke womu team se ne womu bana afenu amansom natuma kwa kama ayade ene sansem nyina no atem na ba Barca manager Hans Flick ni team no ene ye Russell Lamin Sama and travel enom ayede fo no mateba team ni nie womu ede Juan Garcia ekoi was Zojni Eremu and afe Ada Allah and some gogi besa what do mo ekoye Ronald Arajonum Kubasinum Andres Christensen Gerard Martin num and afe woman you know Joffrey and some Lafai Anthony Eremo Petri our Finfini Mark Casado Dani Olmonom Frankie Dion Omunano Ayadia say woman and some Travoye Obenya Ferran Robert Lewandowski Rafinha Marcus Rashford Bruni Bargi and Afem a branch of Fanny said Fernandez Munano Ayadia say woman Erema Yatem and some Petemana Real Oviedo woman a coach no your friend said Paunovic na coach edi atuda se ene se okay player I friend Santi Cazorla Santiago Cazorla okay Santi Cazorla ni Santi Cazorla nyini wanyini no manager no and some edi atuda coach your friend say ene Vajko Paunovic or say yen kam amo bianti say na start Santi Cazorla ebe start ene game no Rio Oviedo na ene kwesi Zibo wow Ghana nini Kwesi Zibo Black Stars player Kwesi Zibo and then Obeya Jumane pa okay omene Madrid no masa oni Mbappe and ye je kwenti na Kwesi Zibo and some abebo ade amatima ya fani sa Real Oviedo and no air reporter e phone ma de banti gula ka ko adem amakwesi Zibo ya Ghana ni amza obetanachi na onu so matimi abona nyama ya kama and no air de phone ma de ba mame and so flick boss manager no was Oviedo team no ehu pa na de ma Real Oviedo etim ye woni se omi brave ebano akukudra omo ba omo nsuro omo Roma omo nsuro na do kanyina no enso ngane se omo start ya omo pick ball no fiatire ebo edeba eno enema team enya akukudro bi o team bi o atuntum waje ya bam na wabo na mom oso Oviedo o manita omo a omo build edi fiatire edeba no na chere team no I am very brave na omo ba kwan a omo di team no enso ngebe fa so we anu ase Gavi injury no idea and the problem and abra Barca eboboko no Gavi ni obi a what a lot of things and abra Barca eboboko na young boy say I try and was say Barca boboko no idea bia ombeye a omo de be support akudai amana babak na fe wono ensonga zana na so ni nyina no idea say o my ready a ombeye e dey support Gavi eno I some hands of flick manager and some area to Jadilators ni nyina no and some Mateba Alejandro Balde and Felami Zamadie Marikai ade atuda sen kodai mienu womu enka squada womu travel ye internet womu boni bi our TV anom kakre phone mateba ron some no and some mateba enwa deco e travel at henani e trek Zagreb na ona okoye no ani agent a ye fan Andibara omu koshai ekoto twen koma na nkodai a chese omu apie a ye fan Rafael Baleha one player omu komita kodano enso mbone ball and Africa doso and Varela enso one player a omu emonitor meeting ekoso between Deco and Afe agent fan Andibara na Andy or super agent or no and a daily Danny Olmo I don't know one Garcia or no a play major role and some no 20 I just want to broke another and afe nyama and some nako kamano ayandi bara and afe Deco and ya denen some no and mama and na ewo Barca and come no mama Madrid and ye nkomo ewo Madrid na afe resere nyama and some nasi across na Madrid and na Obama me manager for Xabi Alonso over training and I no pray na ye nkomo over training ni na se supporters o ma di kan alert na su as a manager e ba chese ne o dem ne car and some na ba na odu ye na supporters ni na me adoma Atletico derby ano basu weekend no yebenya the Trident no a branch of Fennis Vini Junior yebenya Franco Mastantuano and afe Kylian Mbappe game numana manager ne se montwa nyame adoma wotna obe press conference sa Trident ne be ya juma or the betuda sa ene yebenya Franco Mastantuano and asa ene yebenya player Fennis Vini Junior SM also ababe dini juma and asa bia yebenya Mbappe awomo ball dem bom jamaican is we are training across some you can say Madrid Varabe Basa metese dan feel best at you better Mbappe and after Franco Mastantuano woman idea yet is a dub ideas are Trident to dan yebenya and so anymore at ama Madrid I don't want something at banamo jamaican is Franco Mastantuano the boot and abe to boot way and a dub baso unia lazy and tendentia when we say no ebetimi dini juma washo shan washo just say adia mi hwe me de bedin kofo juma pa say enom ayade ne o ka woni timu a yatem na wonsam ni nyina no ateba no day break for Vini Junior masa Vini no why not say the position it dan across rubber form unia enso ebejana na so na fe what dini juma say city enti Vini nie abusua enra Madrid ball one game na yama day off uni ase dabida no day off for Vini and or said Jim achese nei or Jimia or ball aduma achese aduma or bono enya sami to ni nyina ne say was say enya guess all back train ama manager ne say mbia manager ma oba ball na una chance bi wa ball to actually of fitness level from Derby say o pejano modi mo ma achese no day off uni ensom negusu training ya de ensem ne play and Atletico Madrid. Wow. Say Diego Simeone team no mame Koke resurrection and ra Koke and some bibi na Sharon Ramyamasiko ya Koke die makana sama kana sama se Koke enya odeni we bue na sama for ka enra wo mu bo etia real fire kano game enom ekoso na goalkeeper atele Koke e body minimu e wo game num enra e goalkeeper Garsto Batala ana wo hena ese Koke nyane minimu den dia enya asam ke to akọ na se pinche mentemu wase esim o game no matter onia and some demonstrate here as I know and so cause when a Madrid on say nyame aduma weekend way ana dabi ne baso na Madrid form the video way and the pictures see but when himself roughing na man a red card, not a red card na no ana mo say way is football almost say derby is not football, it's La Liga. Madrid fans away La Liga when you football. Ninyani say Madrid fans ta complain say referees. Answer now you na the horizon. O man the red card. Na the incident to them anyway. Difference between the obi obi minimum me just say where do you see here? And Madrid fans sir. According to Madrid supporters num ebi chase masa. Enoma we nyina ekoso e La Liga no manfa komano atuma wo mo empesam o meka ensampi ensom magyafa no kakrefi wodeba Julian Alvarez enra obomade amatim no anya 3 points obomade pa onye na heze enoma start fa krawe say MZ Madrid Atletico team no asa omuhwani ye because they were champion atem amatim ni goals ni bi na Shadrack eyi atem amano Julian Alvarez enye super go no go nay go no so hunting Alvarez go no na yede atoso no masa enya sam go to akwa top player eno no na o say ene dabi na elbaso no wase yenka Madrid front say omo be bibia possible at the 3 points the other two dano no say unia emo ya diama no say enwa wanya win Simeone na economy kaka dibikasa say wanya win emo day Diego Simeone na Julian Alvarez say dabi no ombe bia omo adibe win game ni dombe bia sa omo ade win game ni dombe na afenuama ansom atima ya kama na bibia so atima koyi ade amoma no aye de phone ma de batim no ansom balave na bonemom Mamenodium Forest omo enso egama akoso Manuel Pellegrini Real Betis coach no mamena afia ni nkomo say game na no akoso no one of the toughest game one ansom Nottingham team no one of the best our Europe entiabani Europe anadia emu ansom de Manuel Pellegrini ade kakra atuda.
Emmanuel, is that a good point for your team in the end?
Yes, I think so, because I think that we have two different times. The first 45 minutes that we started very well till we scored the first goal. After that, we waited for Nottingham in our own side. That is not the way that we normally play. They have the clear chances to score the 2 goals that they score, and maybe one more also. So when we finished the first half, we talked with the players and tell them that it was just 1 goal different, that we need to change, especially the aggressivity in the way we recover the ball. And I think that we did the second half very complete. Nottingham didn't shot once that had our goal. Maybe we need a more creative to have more chances, but we had at least 1 chance to draw the game. Again, I think that it's against the team that's the most strong in our group.
And were you frustrated at half-time? Are you a coach that will raise your voice in the dressing room if you need to?
I was frustrated because we started very well and we scored the goal. And I don't know why we didn't continue in the same way. We normally are a team that recover the ball along from our goal in the opposite side, and we started waiting near our box, and they have very different players that can make the difference. But happy because I think that we have the reaction in the second time. We had some problems in defending on the left side that we arranged with Ricardo. Up there was the first game that he played completely after 4 So, well, for different reasons,
Manuel Pellegrini at the team no, but the moment they say Ballon d'Or no, also players are rated Oma Rini World Cup, Rini Ballon d'Or, Rini Champions League. It's a Dembele and some Johnny legends no, Messi no, Zidane no, Ronaldinho, and after Franz Beckenbauer, Muller, and Paulo Rossi no, Kaka, Rivaldo, Bobby Charlton no, and the big players in the United States, Ubenya Mbappe. Osmani Dembele and so adwani wo mu a adwani train no yam fancy na afi team no emrashorak fa bibi to na afi yamra na akomia meza ne sporting man Michael Asare Bodu wo mu emihwem na afi yento aso
na video we somebody can catch and we say be delete
there be delete until see ebe shamo next way no you be back nana Kofi say bozu say champion akomia the best dancer oh
be delete Capo ma yes aso nche ti fu na ene won komo bibiri na di na me sha se de free Spain na me sha say the free Spain about Enra how Atletico Madrid bounce back be win game no by 3-2.
Yeah.
Now where one particular encounter I was expecting the Senka any stressful.
Okay.
Ka enye the infama Atletico Madrid.
Okay.
It ke bi anke bebo game na win ki di nkomo about 2-0, 3-0 and maybe 4-0. But then you real game no nkomo ni na akogina by 3-2. Ana ye mo bi edin after the game apart from obi a friend Julian Alvarez. Center forward Edema Atletico Madrid. We Diego Simeone and nsem de yaka bebre wa ha.
Yeah.
I'm personally memeji to me say a drew baby was aware no emu pai. Na ordinary ni chire baby fufro.
Okay.
Na Atletico Madrid so di omani any omu vision so chire baby fufro. Because nipa ba ko ne ye adwuma so chair pa when it comes to the transfer market na ya Andre better
yeah.
And then Andre better no a movie abe join Arsenal on Mikel Arteta mo be ye adwuma. Diego Simeone ya akoye se ase isu ache woto amu no. Oyihwa. Anama okunum aye din di ama no.
Yeah.
Because you say no it looks like a marriage affair. Vision is different because the quality of players are more any how or more tactics no more executing no any choir replacement before so bad team no there's going to be a little bit of struggle. I think Adebakwa is saving the pan in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, I
think replacing a player like Rodrigo De Paul is very difficult.
Okay,
Rodrigo De Paul is one of the best midfielders and I'm sure more Spanish La Liga him. Onibone bopa aggressive enough. He tackles so well. I don't need pass any bopa. It's a Diego Simeone kind of player. The moment he leaves, other players that come in will need time to adapt. But per your experience in the league, definitely you should have known better. Because wabu mache.
Yeah.
Oh, Petimba Kobe breaking the duopoly of Real Madrid. Any Barcelona in the last 15 years, Edebana. And you what Atletico Madrid in Labe years, Edumano. About Champions League final twice. You've been there. Consistently top 3, top 4, top 3. Sa So replacement shouldn't be a difficult task for you. But I think he has also been saved by the quality of a player like Julian Alvarez.
Yeah.
Sure. I had to say Krodos were enough for Konya and Guasia. A bit Julian Alvarez story now, Wonyano. I must see an Alvarez in common Aquacoyen Yomamino. One. Discover the best version of himself at Atletico Madrid. But going forward, Atletico Madrid is not going to be the best thing for him to reach the top.
Okay.
Atletico Madrid, I'm Julian Alvarez the opportunity, I'm the confidence.
Okay.
What discover the best version of himself. But yeah, koye nimno. Capo, me susu yemuni. Madrid dream muni. Madisu yemuni ni yomaka krebino. Nimuni say Julian Alvarez enyo bia Atletico Madrid didn't even do the promised land. Because a player back wa sisi amena wo kase o check the number of trophies award at the age okuta World Cup meboa.
Yeah.
Oba Manchester City obon ho modern boa mutimi G League ni bi this year mo na so.
Sure.
Consistently ofi bench ba no abehye bi no konche ofi bench ba no abehye bi no konche sa. But then Atletico Madrid be fan free Manchester City because he felt say will play a second fiddle too. Ellen Haaland no, they needed to bring the best out of it. And then they also goes to the mom.
Yeah.
He's delivering. This comes into the discussion. Now Barcelona every player on be signing on a center forward on be signing on for next season. Barcelona share between Ellen Haaland and Julian Alvarez. Emu ba ko no mo de na ba new camp. Because omuji 2 years say Robert Lewandowski age no konanim. It also mo pre-replacement as soon as possible. And then Ferran Torres no so team ni so wuni say edurumre was on so sha say Bobby de Barcelona. Capo, if you are being fair to Ferran Torres, I actually believe he say anytime a Robert Lewandowski amoboni bibia na Ferran Torres ba bebo bibia no, the kind of goals or shemo mo no very influential Boama Barcelona etimi fan to mapa di fra. Last season even from the bench on my double the guitar as an attacker.
Yeah.
This season already was see she goes in the Barcelona. And we understand say he's becoming influential. Our team all Boama results in the Badema FC Barcelona. In the context of bringing a new attacker. Quite paying and a Ferran Torres before so be feeling. Lewandowski bedia to so be movie. Anna between Ellen Haaland and Julian Alvarez. Oh Barcelona ni aka wan wani je no ho senka ope. Anna wan so na nka be fitu team ni de ope wo ho. Anna wan na be fitu so ye dey. Oh, two different nkomo all together. Yeah. Lewandowski moving on there. Mimiji to me say mbre na duru next season omone ne papem. Experience. He has had so much experience in that particular dress. Just maybe if it is because of the dressing room they want to keep him fine. This is a Luka Modric, maybe Real Madrid where they crowd are there. Alaba is still in the dressing room. What did they mention us? It's important to have senior players in the dressing room. Say Roberto says limited opportunities to play. But definitely bringing a striker like Julian Alvarez or Ellen Haaland, Obiaba started.
Correct.
Obiaba started. But Ellen Haaland here too, why extending the contract to the Man City? Meaning say ono wonu say future of Manchester City ekwana what just say be ade betimi convincing you say that sorry anopa. You see a change of manager can change a lot of things about a team.
And you know Crepa.
Because Guardiola decided say City no
on to us
be na okwa. Players be bring team no Madrid ni betimi asasa depending on who is going to become their next manager. And sound common no obegina with Haaland there. But Julian Alvarez there there. Am say mu da ho. Atletico Madrid be mu there. Omaka say be for 120 bra, for be 100 million euros, but he has proven himself beyond reasonable doubt that he can be a player because he be the goals. Outside the penalty box he is there. Inside the penalty box he is there. Outside in the Bofu Latwasa he is there. He's your ultimate attacker who can play any 2. Obetimi abo any 3. Obetimi abo any 1. Obetimi so abo as a second striker as a number 10. The same Julian Alvarez na kasa outside the number 4 na you obetimi abo. So are versatile in that particular role as a center forward. Banka upe obi anka no ka de ne be hye team no mu aka Lewandowski goals no de ko no. O de be ma dia Capo ka no kro ni nyame ni Ellen Haaland. Because ball no to apa. Ono ne de no no. I call him the goal machine. Ono ne de no no. Yeah. Ball no mo bi obetimi nya touches be 12. Be mu 12 no be nya no man half chance obetimi hye be 2.
You hear space.
Do you space? The more every single time I hear Julian Alvarez Biano, I feel proud. But I think next season Barcelona have a big choice to make as to who they want to appoint. But could be a conditioner, which I actually believe say to depend on how Guardiola ever extending the contract to City and also be free on the But for Julian Alvarez, he's a quality player that I think Barcelona are looking at and will push so hard to make sure someone sabe to me I can't manage the number. Oh yeah, story be about Manchester United. So Marco for 17-year-old, we all agree. I think say no club no adrene be fie kakra. Adrene be fie kakra. And yes, about adrene nam kwanso a be fie kakra with Manchester United and what they want to do. You see, you can criticize something or criticize someone for doing something. Ebia the entire wudi want man asa wo kan wase ni na gina the fact say onti ni panase. Enti ase wo hoyi very important. Enti tambia no se panimu kasa me ho ana obi kasa me ho a the first thing I would do is to listen. The second thing I would do is to understand what he is saying. Because utia ana be make sure so be decode ni wahunu nti ase ni hunu mu ewom. What did they make? So I always tell people, say when you are listening to people, listen and understand. Don't necessarily listen, but say the context of whatever people are doing. Then you move along with that. The team makers are saying, say Chelsea money other clubs say they are tapping into that particular market. So even Manchester City. So how Manchester City ekonya players be to say love your money, say young boys ni nyina de omo ba team nim no. E true maybe at one Man City akofa player be the number 5 million euros. Ebi anu akọ ebi a Asia ho ba bi no akofo be the number 10 million euros. Then you question, there be na there no mu ye. There no mu ye, ado mu hunu de omo ye ana. But fast forward, City Timiton James Trafford. For 25 million pounds. Abra on a single goal from Manchester City. I don't know Burnley. Meti Makacho say Romeo Lavia Sika bi on Southampton Meton and na ko bi City be nyam kakra. Ko Palmer. Obo 1 or 2 games ni we obewura mu na wa turn say na dia ma Chelsea. It share the pathway no monam so no. Then you look at Chelsea.
And akwa odo mebo Regane Jaden.
Any Jaden. Emma Heskey no Emma no. It almost a quick forward. If you can't make it to the top team, you see, this is what I've realized about these teams. That's what Chelsea is also doing. It's in America say it told be a young woman being tears because young and who Chelsea say, "Ah, Chelsea, I'm sorry, I'm not forbidden free." But for the business aspect of the game, I know say for every football club, on the pitch results remains the utmost priority. Say the Abede trophy. But how to position yourself in that particular way, no, very important. So, bet me generate a certain amount of money. Bet me a bomb their market now. Or more competing for trophies. So, Mutobi also bet my head. Atobi. Now, Chelsea are Renato Veiga the nearby. I'm say if I saw say no money free so. There are certain players who will be crown farmer or more, but look at the amount of money they are earning from them. United the Trafalco, they be a commercial. United they be to me a pass a Capo, open more money player Tom you say back home by Manchester United. And I'm United Tom Ilanga for about 6 million pounds. Ilanga team free Newcastle not time for Newcastle for 50 million pounds. Capo. Solid. How that doesn't really sound well. What did they say? They can't even sell. But the introduction of Christopher Bevel, they are tapping into the South American market. They are picking us or more picking Kuran share come fast of aid in heaven than they buy. Now Omakofa Chidobi bought with the Denmark. So if Chidobi doesn't break through the main team, say aid in heaven and now consistent play minutes for the main team. Say be people obit say Soku Kone. When to me make here, these are players or more international. Everyone say appearances be attached or more qualities, because Sekou Kone board under 17 World Cup. Aiden Heaven is playing for the under 21 of England, and I'm a war. Oh, be to say Chidobi Obama Denmark under 21. These people are more starters and yet move bench, but they are playing crucial roles. Then Colombia, far another 17-year-old, don't the ball saying 18 on the captain Colombia. The youth Copa America. No, so look at the kind of players you are bringing in and the kind of CV obit my build the Amomo. Obama and Fanu went to me senior team 30 million pounds. What do you do to baby? 40 what do you see to baby. So far as I can ball running through the academy system now, why they would you see Canada holding when you're fast on the call baby. Then now they're building the rest.
So you say they are on track.
They are doing and yes, I bet you bro. Banketing. They are trying to do the right things. But Bruno Fernandes 100 goals celebrating. Capo, I believe Bruno, Manchester United ain't deserve Bruno. Not in a bad context, but in a way, say me to me say whatever Bruno Ayama club ni bi and ke deserve sanka Bruno kuta Premier League and Champions League playing for Manchester United. Club ne fail Bruno because of their lack of planning. Bruno deserves to play in a team or also be na home and anka or start pardon kwa.
Onya de ono so pe.
No so onya de ono no pe no agege them. Because me to me say to score 100 goals for Manchester United in the last 5 years. These are not just 100 goals. Now let's understand the importance of the 100 goals that Bruno Fernandes set in Manchester United. Capo, for the last 5 seasons, I don't think any player and what team kuta team in England say we utu ni free team ni mo team nagu Bruno Fernandes. Now you go to Manchester City, almost star player no why. Since it's the star player Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
Say no because of the two Haaland in every city, more City bet me about our own team more. City bet me also in a very good position and our own team also. Capo bet me also and our own team also.
Without Haaland.
Already. Own team. Say City bought off own team.
Without Haaland. Top 4 the team room by league in agent never day.
Arsenal without Bukayo Saka, obetima about top 4 on team more.
Obetima about by league in team.
Liverpool without Mohamed Salah, obetima about top 4 on team more.
Top 4 obetima about.
Chelsea without Kopama, obetima about on team more. Obetima about.
Without Kopama, yeah, top 4. Chelsea they ever day.
Ba koda we. 23 United team, the relegation United beko.
Oh, any day. Oh, a pillow.
To Bruno. So
important goals our champ.
I say the last 5 matches to Bruno. Right? Season where Manchester United are spending 200 million for the attack. Capo wakofa Sesco meboa. Wakofa Kunya. Wakofa Mbeumo. But the first open play league goal. The first open play league goal. Manchester United one say
Chairman. New one
Capo. Superb.
You say mo celebrating more than Domode no.
Capo superb. Barcelona be boy numre. Na ade obi kasi bi wo hala.
Oh, be the message be about to say me ma remind the can is as a reward on who go red card no kitty kid no. And I mean
na kitty kid
as my I was Yanka who go a kitty red card. And I my Facebook. And I'm with you. And I wait to come out.
Barcelona bought Nyame Adumene.
Yeah.
But I feel really sad for a player like Gavi. Yama Gavi. Adeba kwa na misroma Pedri nene e free me team. Na misro se bia na Pedri obobo ne kakra bia no akopra obobo ne kakra bia no akopra. But consistent games for Barcelona. Ahode ne wo ho no am ehunu the true quality of a player like Pedri. But Capo Pedri ni Gavi si so na no mo ba no. Nipa ba kwa na amanfo hu ni se owo soro a obetimi abobo ni ye pa ma no mo aye du pa no na Gavi e chen Pedri. The time I'm to me say Gavi no, not because of the technical aspect of the game, but I'm believe he said the physical aspect of the game. Gavi
okay.
Gavi ni bosses no bet mama 6 quality. Gavi bo 8 bet mama 8 quality. Gavi bo 10 and Gavi bet mama 10 quality. The first injury of even Pedri, Emma Gavi be the face of their midfield at the point in time, dominating games here in here out. So only figure the stature. I be can say Gavi ni husu shadodo onimbo ne bo ba ope player ba kwa Spain player na ne din
body asem
ko be fa so be she wanim the level of intensity he offers Barcelona in and out of possession is splendid, but the future looks quite bleak for him because injuries e person ni akoda we dey here. ya brutal.
The situation is very sad.
Ya brutal.
Sad.
Now that leaves Barcelona with few midfield options this time around, because there's Marc Casado, there's Pedri, there's Frankie De Jong, and there's Dani Olmo. Marc Bernard ready. I heard Marc Bernard, but I don't think Marc Bernard is ready consistently. He's a talented lad, but the run in for Barcelona, a very important second player like Gavi in this particular system will do a lot. Just maybe Christensen and Garcia about the right time. Garcia could also fit in the midfield and help Barcelona. And I say Christensen will come into the midfield and help Barcelona. But it's just quite unfortunate. Say Ombe Messi a crucial player, and I hope Ombe bounce back because a golden boy winner. Golden boy winner. Last time I catch was a golden boy, no man for Gina. You might be great. And one place, to be a new moon and a tie for the Maomo. There are few of them a year, you may be so and and I think said this shouldn't be the bad luck of it. But Barcelona needs Akodawe. He needs Barcelona too. And also Mumi and Oba. Quite fast or Mukipi, Pedri fit. And subsequently, Oman the best in Noma Betty Miakui, and the Amon not also giving the best at the Ama FC Barcelona. But Barcelona will continue to win tonight. I think they are trying to keep up the pace on Real Madrid. Yeah. Oviedo bet try say be almost there. But trust you me, with the likes of Dani Olmo and the guys, Barcelona will win Yamia Domingue. We say in the personal league, you know, Omone Real Madrid last season. Once Hansi Flick says he's not worried at all. He believes he said this is the league in the last season. Yeah. But also Sao GDB said last season he started Real Madrid be a Musa. It will maybe 8 points, but Barcelona by far quite be super Dani at the NBG league. You know, they believe say it's just the start of the season. Okay. They can push well and close the gap at the end of the day. Well,
and no, now, on now top 4 now okay, players without Fana with now Clifford, so Liverpool so without Van Dijk, you know, top 4 be Diamomo, not necessarily Salah.
Now says without Van Dijk, okay,
yeah, Van Dijk, so I think so.
They all agree, but with more Salah on the contribution of goals and assists in this annual man,
yeah. Okay. Yamre na fiame to aso. The sporting man is here. Sporting man eba. Na okay. Msaman fonso twetwela mi yama ase nkomo mu didie. Enye easy kra. Okay, no kakra. Eno so elho. Na this season, man fonso Chelsea Madrid capable of trophy nti I want some them say mame ko sporting ma homra na ye to ayin common so meaning so be far from La Liga na so be ba England na say hina o be start na kan be penimezi nyama no but em say ayira nti mi hu
message man
they know be so say who go a red card okodi na minimum asem of person ka o fa ho de ba say message na so as ayira mo ha
say na make us
yeah
in the celebration we will have to understand it in various ways.
Yeah, because enra crowd chichi.
Yeah. Minya kwanche
mti. Don't run wenti.
O shirt na me as me hu shirt you baby pen. Ntene na me hwehwe
wa ya. Baby na hu na atade esem do go hu baby we ya, u go hu baby.
Me hu shirt you baby pen.
Yeah, ready that way.
Google NFL for referee or more shirt ne fama me. Na me hwa de NFL for
Otiana we na o fuzi.
Yes. Shadrack obenya picture na mayanka me pepa NFL referees black and white strips. Why? O de hwese obenya bia maya ne yehu de be ye ho. Onya ya na
Zemi referee.
O say send na kai me nti once my show din ma steady wa me hu na me say Debbie I say me hu
let's only cry. I the bro. Who cry the bro? Which is which?
Was we NFL? Maybe yes or so.
Cry I the bro. Which is which? Who cry I the bro?
When we are always sell more badge or more real.
Send it to me pambo. It will cry I the bro.
Mesuma pamabo. Sorry.
Oh my, I don't want to.
And that what going crash.
I think there's a history behind it. And me
okay.
Me pay the amount. There's a history behind NFL referees and why they wear the white and black. Exactly.
Okay.
There's a history behind it. And I will call a disco so. All right, no problem. But Sharak and Maya, your birthday way. Was it if you buy say Haji Abba, yeah. Me ba Haji Abba. Yeah. And Haji Ani why? Ano o nebano. Nebani ni nimno.
but Hajia no dey.
Intended so ye Hajia ankasa ne birthday. Exactly.
Wow.
Inti Hajia ba na say Hajia na ankasa ne.
Hajia na ankasa.
Exactly.
Wow.
Inti Hajia Maimuna Shaban.
Wow.
Hajia ba ne maami ni.
On we know
there be there ye skin color ya.
Okay.
The share African friends exactly. Inti Hajia Maimuna Shaban. On ye Hajia ba ne maame nti Hajia na ankasa ne de na wo da ya wish no happy birthday Nyankopon enhira Hajia Maimuna Shaban na Nyankopon entone nkwande momfa no ndru so na se ala nhira bi a wahyehyɛ bia no ɔma ne nsa enso enka na komi ase
ase na ne birthday
Brighto
Brighto ewa
okay. Yes, say WWE referees no social black and white.
No social rampo. We dey no se pa. Wow.
It open wrestling la open way. Open NFL no. Na NFL na keska wo. Sa. Next we need wrestling who say American football no.
There e no.
Chair, what's your inspiration behind and that idea? Oh yes,
media and then
you'll be our fashion sense here me fair. So what's your inspiration? I then I will choose to idea I wish anyway.
But me one I'm okay. Me snake beer black and white.
Okay.
Or top beer.
There's a combination.
Team fancy, so that was
Capo
international. Team wrestling. Lady no.
Now to the discussions. Newcastle war in his wadi hunu say omoye adea akesifo ne ye but there needs to be a starting point. Man City be peja omobeji league ni bi aji league ni bi no. There were things they did. They had to win cup competitions into Kaya. City's first triumph under this era ayehun se sikabe rem no was in a domestic cup competition. Yaya Toure played a pivotal role in that. Newcastle cannot all of a sudden rise up and challenge for Premier League titles. Although said they have a rich ownership, Saudi investment fund, Saudi Arabia for Nisika Omode Bana, emu edu. But since you can hear them atutu, so you don't spend excessively as you want, you spend as you earn. Inti akebe some of the expensive buys they would have been embarking on, but yet Newcastle are ambitious, said they will want to be a consistent achiever. Over the domestic scene, and to do that, they will need to get the best of players, and they will also need to institute a certain winning culture. So winning culture, no, it does not come overnight.
Okay.
Yes, so ufiti prekona pausia, a moja aneba. And it's a moja nebeba dia. I was so too for now. Send your obetu to anamoni to prevent the blood from gushing out. Now, Newcastle will need to start achieving from the little competitions, and I say the less recognized competitions. Last season, Omoje Carabao Cup. This season, if they defend it, it helps their cause. They will look at the FA Cup next. Tikakra. So, I'm sure Newcastle lineup, and Shadrach bet me up with their lineup. It communicated the mindset behind approach omudi rim was our competition name. Kakra akoko benu munzio. Kakra they will need to find their feet, win the lesser recognized trophies, and then climb to the top. And when our coach need to building a way. So check Ramsdale, former Arsenal goalkeeper, Lewis Hall, formerly of Chelsea, Sven Botman, Joe Linton, Anthony Gordon, Malik Tao, formerly of AC Milan, Emil Kraft, then Will Osula, young striker, Anthony Elanga, Bruno Guimaraes, Louise Miley, Clelo Shemwa, a squadra, or Massacrum Kakra, but you still have some key players in there to contribute their bet. Midfield, no, I am Tonali, Guimaraes, and then Joe Linton. Wabomu to a bench bako. What does it tell you? Two no, the midfield three no. We keep it two or per balance or per consistency. Attack. There is still Anthony Elanga and then Anthony Gordon. Osula Peneshim. defense. Botman or a fitter Wontumi start a body momo, which does not really present much of an issue. Malik Tau is a new signing, but in Ramsdale they have a Premier League experienced goalkeeper to be behind them and support. I think Newcastle wants to win this again to help their cause. They have also a tricky draw in the next round. Tottenham Hotspur, so we also need something to prove it.
Yeah. Now, Nick Votamada
no bench.
Yeah, I'm say or person or didn't you
so I started Premier League, you know. Anna Afeino Waba, yeah, burning out that easily.
Yeah.
Anna is a different player. The breed is different from the Isaac Bayama. So that is a way a woman, but he's a good player. He's more of your typical Dennis Beckham type, you know, not aggressive. They play with some style, finesse be about their game. Sana Neko Otamadati. So he won't give you speed, explosive runs, giddy, or the ball to form caress ball, no ball kama. He's a good player, but it will take him time to adapt to the Premier League's tempo and also to club now Remno. So let's allow him time to adapt now. Now Kumia didn't come about Julian Alvarez. Alvarez, I think, will now be thinking twice about the move to Atletico Madrid. He's a quality player all round. He's an achiever. We know what GBS or BAJ. In the Premier League at Manchester City or GFA Cup or G League Cup or the Champions League trophy be also Omujibiano on your Omujibi. Then at the international level he's also won the Champions League for Manchester City. Uyi Friwa Fankomanu Koko drew the other end. National team Waje World Cup, Waje Copa America. So there is nothing else for him to win than a challenge. So individually obeying and that was his quest, his reason for leaving Man City to join Atletico Madrid. He wanted to be his own man because baby Obiano he plays second fiddle. At City he was second fiddle to Ellen Brown. At Argentina he was second fiddle to Lionel Messi. So he's never been the main guy. Now I hear the football career muno. I was saying me peja ne basro kakra. Na ye di buo mano. In terms of minutes, in terms of profile and the responsibilities assigned him. So Oko Atletico first season excellent on an individual level, but team named me achieve success. They said we are no free bar. So it will definitely affect the stock. This season, it has not really been well for Atletico. They have 9 points from the first 6 games of the campaign. Alvarez Nankasa this season, it hadn't been well until Endra Osha hat-trick. No, I said just one goal. In their last game, which they drew, or say a penalty, in fact, in the 5 previous games they had played, the Endra the Anekawa 6 matches. 4 or 5 times. He has not completed a game. One pet. And we so he is not happy and here one happiness has to do with the consistency or by so now for your body what does it mean? He won't be happy. He will be concerned. In Tibasa and Comono Mundo Deportivo reported say Barca has him on their list if they are targeting strikers in the post Lewandowski era. Aka Lewandowski 1 more year. I want a contract, so he will be 37 years next August. He is not getting any young. The demands of the game at the top level, the consistency it requires. Lewandowski's body might not be in a position to guarantee that. This season, check here, Lewandowski has not been always available. He's only completed 190 minutes. So it tells you the body will not be able to yield to the demands of the game. Sadia, Barca needs to plan for the future. 2, there is a political way so aligned to it. I was say Barca to Aba. Normally the next president what I say one Laporta ne Omobeto Obama ne be to continue for the 3rd term, or it will be a different person. Victor Font one chain. He's eager to come on board. Sadia, just like Juan Laporta promised, the Barcelona faithful, the coolest, say, or the David Beckham be Bromo in 2003. No, they mostly come along with such promises. Florentino Perez, Real Madrid, or pre-Jumediano, or say me, Samotoma me, I made the figure Beba Madrid. Truly, he delivered. Laporta could not deliver Beckham because Beckham went to Real Madrid eventually. But such Wayne drew Ayana political play. In some wo kamana to supporters team na your mode. No majatum so beto abama no. Ayana we become.
And until Laporta so say wrestle wako interview say Ellen brought Holland or the target or say or the beba. So politically no
he was a high profile attacker to replace Lewandowski. And sad Laporta sporting project and truly you admit to it.
Sure.
But for Barca's dire financial situation, says he came Camp Nou sense way no. I think on the sporting level, he's actually built a winsome side. Cisse Diakano will likely be a central defender and then an attacker. Wings or there or Rafinha or Lamine Yamal. Your ideal two wing attackers you can have. Backups bet my Ferran Torres more. They will supplement or Marco Rooney Baji beat the number. All of these will contribute towards the attack. Central attacking areas. Over with Dani Olmo. Or Fermin Lopez. Ferran Torres is also available to offer his bet. Midfield. You know, Barca midfield it is laden with talent. Pedri ne Frankie de Jong will drop it back Casado ne Bernal. Then Gavi. Defense nana central defense area omuhia ba kubi na beshem na complement na be a laterals no or map a backup adequate one for Kunde, then also for Balde Oniwa goalkeepers. They've sorted it in one Garcia. So how Laporta and Deco assesses Barcelona from the sporting perspective, the squad, it gives him enough leverage. Say, me kwasha boss me build the team ne do through bebre na me the way never na boa manioma kon anymore. It is as easy as it for him. So if you hear the name, Julian Alvarez will likely be a more technical player or be fit into how Barca play. Alvarez offer of versatility. It would be used in various ways. He can play as a center forward, he can play as a second striker, and then can also play as a right wing forward or a left wing forward. Into the versatility Nebua, good in the age. He's at the right age to take him to the next level of his career. Dear Orishano or the Atletico a Barca and a bit media mano. Okay. Barca can elevate his status because Alvarez is a fine striker, but I still rank him over the second tier of top strikers in the game now. Alvarez and Nam say Onyambe the main man at a main club no. It is basically a reducing to competing for the second tier layer of top strikers into Ondru Kane. Ondru Lewandowski Mune di Omoye, Ondru Ellen Holland Modi Omoye. But with Barcelona, it can take him there because that is when he gets to score consistently. In this Barca team, they create loads of chances. Last season, Barca were the top scoring team, 102 goals across the European leagues. So it means in such a team, the propensity is obeshe kesiye, obeshe mono, a kosro. Exactly. But then, is it a high profile? Will he sell jerseys? Will he make them money? What about Erling Haaland? He's coming with a high reputation. And you know, hey, Alvarez to Haaland because of the offer. But the Ebema amount for a Bajiso Sikabeba Maye de Deno, Erling Haaland there. And that is where Barca is now. The political news channels, or more championing the cause for any of the figures or more competing for Barca presidency. Betty Haaland say a and then Alvarez then will go down. But to me, my opinion, I imagine I think Alvarez is a more suitable fit to Barcelona and how they play under Hansi Flick more than Erling Haaland is. Barca here striker, also to me Bobo Nibi, but still will find himself in central zones. Check it goes or share Enra. Goals that can be scored outside range or within the range or in the penalty box. He fits that bill. and he's an Argentine. The Messi layer way linked way. So let's hope and see whatever will happen. Now, to other development, Oko Italia over the weekend, an interesting game will come up. Milan versus Napoli. Now, Napoli have started the season in perfect fashion. In fact, matches now. For Milan, they did not start the season well, but they've recovered impressively. And a streak of impressive results. Now, two players at the heart of this fine form from the two sides. Two players who have also graced the game and excelled for their previous sides. Kevin De Bruyne, Napoli. Luka Modric, AC Milan. In Tuoko Gazeta dello Sport, I made a picture and I sent the Shadrach CCA. They are trying to hype the game, and it has been hinged on these two well-decorated footballers. Even for Cesare Prandelli. Cesare Prandelli is a former Italian coach. Wajini Dimpa. Also, the class of Luka Modric, Kevin De Bruyne, and dedicated their middle page solely to the sky, and the roles they play in their teams, and they are similar. But to me, Modric is well decorated than De Bruyne is, which is understandable. Baby, Real Madrid, Real Madrid, now free without having distinguished career, especially the Madrid will crown you in a lot of glory. So pay baby obeko as a player now peja elevate to there born now De Bruyne boy so she Madrid team the enken de ekita Luka Modric no go tebi. So Madrid elevated Luka Modric to a different level. And Madrid Modric on drew baby away dream. But only months here be more between. I don't want to sound very controversial, but the skill set and the technical abilities of Luka Modric are similar to Christian Eriksen. Modric any Eriksen skill set maybe the difference will be the character and the mentality. But pass it, shot. Modric difference being Christian Eriksen. But at Madrid, his character and his mentality were polished. Until obey someone with a winning mindset and then a winning character. And Nubina Eriksen winger. Modric has Spurs. Only Eriksen has Spurs. The difference be again. Boa Musa Dembele Boma Spurs. You saw performance output no Fako G Real Madrid setup in him Nashadi. Ebro Kamavinga Nature many Munias even I dare say the kind of defensive midfield Musa Dembele boy, it might be better than Casemiro individually. But again, check how Madrid graced Casemiro's game and took him to that level. Into ball ne bono obewunu ball ne ball. But your clubs be they amplify your performance and they crown it in glory. The best club to use as an example are the White Angels. They are known club will be anywhere sad and say yes, and that's why I keep saying Madrid they are the benchmark for assessing successful football clubs. But are there a unique identity, but for overall success, greatness, you can't go beyond Real Madrid for both team Fufrobia. You pass and you say a to one year said come on, because this club and how they achieve success are unique. So Madrid elevated Modric. These won a lot collectively and individually. They gave him the biggest football prize, that Obiabe Timiaje, which is the Ballon d'Or. Now, why didn't you marry? He's left the scene in Spain. He's come to Italy, and Italy is a league that recycles potentials and then also allows for players or money to come there and thrive. Andrea Pirlo, no ball no bebree, but he was still enjoying himself in the Serie A with Juventus in a redefined role. Modric echo AC Milano. It was felt to say, oh, you be born as number 10B, number 8B. Now he's playing as a register, a typical number 6, and he's enjoying the role. He's scoring goals, and then he's setting the tempo from the middle. Wabua Emma Allegri has now set up a Winston formation in a 3-5-2. So how crucial will Modric be for Milan? Last season it was disastrous. Oman qualified for Europe. Can he lead them back to Europe? And even if so more the remotest of chances, so more just could can Modric lead them on that charge? And Milan has a fine team. Mayfield, no, since you're above Fofana, now above Modric, then Adrien Rabiot will complement. Then 3-5-2. No above Estupiñán, no above Alexis Saelemaekers. Enim hono, they have 4 attackers who can give you quality on any day. 1. Santiago Jimenez. 2. Christopher Nkunku. 3. Christian Pulisic. 4. Rafael Leao.
Best squad. 4
way no Oyimu 2. Maybe the only bane will be Milan's defense, and then they get
strong.
But if you look at their middle and then their attack, they have a team to trouble any opponent. But there comes Napoli and Antonio Conte. Allegri is a serial winner. He's won multiple titles in the league.
Okay.
But the same applies to Conte. Conte na sha say Ojuve and Allegri beto aso. Conte has won again ever Inter. Allegri also won ever Milan. So they have multiple winners ever different clubs. But Conte extended it to Napoli. He's won it and he wants to defend it. Perhaps assert a certain dominance, and they have Kevin De Bruyne guiding them. De Bruyne ever injury record they are bad, but he has certain qualities you can never deny him. Unlike Modric, I don't know, he is very successful. De Bruyne did not achieve that much success with the Belgian national team. Although Modric and Sonje with Croatia, but he took them to the World Cup semi-final. They finished 3rd at the point. They finished 2nd at the point, and then he won the Ballon d'Or. De Bruyne has not played the World Cup final before. The difference, but and they are impacting their sides. Modric is not only contributing on the field to help, he's also impacting the lives of Samuel Ritchie. Samson De Bruyne will also impact someone like Scott McTominay. McTominay ball and then the runs into the box and he goes. Menya sure say he does it better than De Bruyne at his peak.
Yeah.
Inti omo bobo ne buano no omo sanso bibi mo money omo bone sua. And I think these two will be the central pieces to make the game between Milan and Napoli a must watch this weekend. A game a better de and a game so a better fair.
Battle no be
exactly. And it fits the bill for your typical Serie A game dominated by Modric and then Kevin De Bruyne.
Wow.
To other issues. Kakrebi. Okay, fine. Manchester United also Makoto 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel I'm out for Chelsea for Nancy. I'm out to Chelsea for Nancy.
Oh yeah, I'm projecting one for Chelsea.
Unless you are Roman Abramovich.
Yeah.
Even without financial regulations, no restrictions, you cannot attract quality players like Barcelona, Real Madrid, and the Bayern crown. What no?
Yeah.
In today's game,
yeah.
Team wa met me dem say Simebo akase or per player ombre. Even Barca in their final in their financial situation, no, they are more attractive than Manchester United and Chelsea with all their money.
I'm telling you.
Man U sisike kitano. Chelsea sisike kitame.
Go free or
and Chelsea and Rafinha Barca and Rafinha for Chelsea.
Yeah.
They are almost two clubs on the attraction they have.
Yeah.
Come on.
They will go.
They will charm you.
Yeah.
Omo simple cry.
Yeah.
Some will school, some will need school. Now, it does not make business sense to go and challenge such clubs when they are chasing the top performing players. Into Jude Bellingham are paying Liverpool nyaomope Man City nyomo pe
or Madrid.
Me da say. So your money won't be enough, and yes, Anna, you would have to pay outrageous amounts of money.
Yeah.
And when you're careful, Madrid the premium talent are available, and then you will be left to spend excessively for talent. They don't even match the valuation. If it is a rice Moss Island, United spent in excess of 80 million euros for him. So the proper football sense, and also that makes prudent financial way will be spend that 80 million on a lot of potentials at a cheaper fee. What they give you is that one, they have a resale value. Into way no more saying he's a 17-year-old or 1 ton aboarding.
Yes.
And he said Oba now Oba year he's coming to contribute for you, enhance the value. That should be a wo ton now be
yeah.
Rasmus Højlund na man you kofa no Oba went me amebo. Emrele do say ye jana kwai man akọ United Sanfo aboka because sika ye jana man akọ no forcing the omo koto ne buy. But when ne bebo ekoye ankoye ase oton 5 million euros. Na obebo kra na ankoye a oton 20 million euros. I check the profit margin.
It's can be brave.
Obebo na ekoye a ne value sanso peja kosro. Ko pa ma Chelsea to one saying. And the Copama will not be worth less than 150 million euros. Chelsea are talking Kendrick Pies, Wato Esteval, Wato talk Kodani Bebredi Agum. A lot of people were ridiculing Chelsea any blue for no. They were telling you that in today's market you can't compete with the likes of Madrid and Barcelona. It will not make business sense. Oba Boca and one way Albania ban. Sadia. Try and gather enough talent across board. Get a multi-club model where you can export some of these talents to make them polish themselves. And sana wechebi e will be Selua, George Petrovic. And you know that go ma Bournemouth na ko mi ameboa. Wanda go ni gidigidi and farmer Chelsea, but they made huge profit from him. Sana football is easy abe. The second one so your wages. Yes, say right? Then it means you would have to pay more.
Sure.
Aside the transfer fee, players with an already established status, you would have to pay them huge salaries or wages. Low for a year. 10. 15. So your finances are always healthy, and it is a model Liverpool have done excellently. Liverpool they buy big, but omoto in key areas to reinforce. And as you say, they target, they are strategic. And so I like the approach United is taking. Let's be strategic in our transfer movement.
Okay.
If United were strategic, then Caicedo would have been their player.
Yeah.
Because they would have gotten him for cheap at that time. Balebe ya moye no balebe. Brighton for local fan from France, I didn't buy. No, it's too raw. But Omobe polishing or ball kakrano, look at him now. So that is how the football trend is going. And some more doom commoner, you would have to refer to what Chelsea started and what Chelsea did and is doing right, and others are copying that model.
Okay.
So what was once an object of ridicule and mockery, it is now the envy of the rest of the world. And you will need to applaud Todd Bowley. So Becca 4-4-3 cry, and then you are appreciating the football intelligence on the buy into how they run and why that model and the more sustainable model for a football practice. So kudos to them.
Wow, now no the way to go no say model no the say sana ye kono. You see the ya abe am ye koto abe me ye koto abe me ye koto. You see obia and adwin say ono so ebe titini de no ato
mobile money for the messages to domunja sade no.
Yes so ma.
Oh one notification we just when ya bibia e mobile money and also idea no almost pesa idea too much from Edward the machine there menya not less than 5 messages.
Wow.
Endra no as at 6 p.m. 5 how much chrome sending me 1 a.m.
to any let no
I want him so when ya cash you see anyway na dem omo pay omo guys are there omo dey
I'm testing a different way the banner the mo be in ba there be say ban say
when him say when ya good news now go just a announcement na
the only quick we want to hear and it's a quick be by
I know can no can't tell him omo pesa dey no munyai
yes ma what is that here oh ya do how e ba be to aso ama ya ba fie na ya be din komane Thursday the quick one na fi ayahwe nneoma ekoso Ghana football mu de ekoye de aye pese ye bachi na afi yeye ni nyina ho nsem o hanti Jarak yamre na afi enya quick one wo me how is way na de Michael Asarebu du ene akomiamo dinami Ghana for enso enfam na nso betimi the message about how any say na afi wa drop e de amo anyina
nsem bebre ene da makoma so
okay
na emum de hu hia ene nei
yebeka
mebeka wasem no
okay
de aka na ye de be she fridge mu emre da ye nim ni duru a ye be boy hu modern na no so ye de ya to aso de free o de aba me issue no era so gina the two teams are more represent here over the continental stage, and in recent years how our new city are churning out at the amaye in Chebia no mampani a free two teams through the sports minister and our tamsika $50,000 at the mabako no satam $50,000 at the madio account and you check in your trauma or more. Footing some moody in a brown envelope.
Send your mood.
You cry team see no moody for your man penny. The reason behind weighing now man penny, you know, to motivate these clubs to perform. No mako tigana enemy. Then your mako ye the idea. Am I? But I think the problem still persists about your crew. Say, ye ni mu kakra. A jume disefata say was here, ye ever money so any, ye nyama so any. Bemum say I can see you two and a monso aqua near this car as I could shim. See, Pia say, I dear any foundation no, uncle. Okay. Maybe the first step this season, the donor taking is to improve your league.
Yeah.
In terms of the quality.
Yeah.
And this is for your clubs. The moment you improve that, you need a certain level of consistency when it comes to teams who are represented on Africa. The moment there is consistency, no players no so on our teams ni benyes can no map of FIFA do na dia ba. Na team am my competitive so well. Over the major stage, I'm an yoma kuyi. I'm a team of friend to my party fra. And ye need doso. As every single time passes by, there is a still voice be a kasachere me say, "Ya remi ya Capo. In the next few years, ye di enim ansha na Ghana football ayera on the continental scene." When it comes to club football. Rebecca Kra, see a continental club football near Ghana. My for bedroom to say your first, na Ghana, your bo, obi to say Botswana.
Yeah.
Sierra Leone, Eastern Lions, moi. How are you, woman?
Sani be Ghana for.
Sama be Ghana for.
Kaka, you free muba.
We are fading out. Now, no be said try the warm up of JS Kabil. I don't say try the warm up of Baby any Go Stars. JS Kabil warm up no more, you know, or more skills, not the one up on her. You appear to her. Not the one up to her. You appear to see
the body diagro.
I don't go to too. Baby any Go Stars so. What is the boys? Many are warm up. Bono Aquaba.
Yeah.
It's a good news and you could and one say. There's a big problem. And we are failing to admit the fact that we are not yet there. Another behind the raising hopes. The same thing is what happens with the Black Stars. Because your tournament is here. ye ba ko show man panin bo say there be tournament na ye ko ne ye ko aba
ye the hopes are show mu
yes you nim say baby a ye keka ko ni mo ye ko bu cap no ye ntimi nye
ya me ho baby a
ne de komo akoja no man panin susu because all other things we busy about it was say na munyi we fanko but we see the hopes
and then they watch you
that is the same thing that is happening with their clubs. Near raising hopes, your supporters in near raising. Now, yesterday I was even angry. Say 4-3 now before buyer. Maybe we go for a kawadri. Now 4-3 wega. Level no.
The obit my ano.
The obit my ano. Now be before for it. Level no.
Asemo.
And then Obiani GDC betima qualify to the because even if Kotoko qualifies against Kwara, Kotoko could share with that.
And no crying.
Now with that, a core club walk up by Ska Munya buy players or must spend almost $2 million.
America,
the gap keeps on widening. Gap no be. Gap no guswa. When you raise such an issue, the excuses people bring about here say we can't pay coaches. Then to me, and keep consistent players within the squad.
Yeah.
Capo, I agree to that to a certain extent. What am I say?
Yeah.
But Ali Munu de be a pamu coach.
Oh, pam.
One of them will be replaced.
The good coaches or for good or pam good or the good bad.
That is where I'm coming from. So if you maintain a certain level, you find say about this season if your coach had a boy, you know, what could do semi final, no before 4 penal. Bebo akabo.
Yeah.
Coaches in San we say. Me no work as a crown Ali. I presented 4.8 million euros at the amount Bruno Lage. Former Benfica coach.
Yeah.
I pam one and say and chance so be coach Ali.
Ali Vona duo. Former Benfica coach Okoya Jose Baye.
Okoya Jose Baye.
One omuzo omu kofara ba Egypt.
You look at the whole concept about the development of football with Nkofo and your Musi. Because me cancer Zaire, Englebet, and then when I be TP Mazembe in recent times. TP Mazembe team Bakroma Club is a Ghanaian players. Domoko.
No, that form say flat.
And Domoko JCAF Confederations Cup, the JCAF Champions League. And now I know what here can say. Tanzania team ya bo amasamba ne younger, Simba ne younger team here adwuma. And sign players through Kromako.
Rwanda for you have a players.
It is not about say Capo, baby Ejinano, we can literally do something. I actually believe we say scan ketinketi ayajeje and no more baby ayansa susum and no more brain investment do na do home ni we should channel our attention to one thing. So league in your develop here, then another target is to make sure say your clubs are ready to compete and compete well. The GFA will do their part, but the clubs must also sit down and look at themselves and also do their part. If you're not ready to play the Africa, man, because we are literally turning it into a business, something like Yakoba exposure and Abeton players near co. Yakoba exposure and Yakobo Kakra, Yabena 100,000, Yabu money zone, Yabena 500,000. No,
Sadrino Hano, the Ramon zone, I heard Yabena. Preparation towards it no so cry no sign your papa. Yeah, any sign, yeah, Connie Abetanasi.
You see, football move to a different level. You can sell it, get enough money. Now they are your team. We are not selling our clubs well, and we are not selling our football well. That is where my problem lies. Our club well, if you are selling our football well, there are definitely things you can definitely do. Capo, in this sense, even clubs come more huge fan base in the country. Their supporters are even say omukure go more anymore say. Because say we claim say supporter on a club no there. But potential coin resources our club no. Our club not team competing. We are not there. But DNA be it starts now. Fan contribution. The basic more sponsorships.
Yeah.
We are not the Obesan, but Scanaba Obesan Yamanaba, Ebesa. they will go. You sell him for good amount of money. For example, you tell him say Kotoko Kamara contract extension in NCU. Kamara beside 2 years na de ma Kotoko about one aka one. Kamara pesoko. And
original stage no so akọ.
Class is so. Kamara, if you don't extend your contract, they are selling you. This Canada baby, you get a proper and what's a full business is died in Aba. It's high time we be born as an economic entity. I bet me appreciate to a certain level where we can compete with the rest. A hard dream that they be according 50,000, they be according 100,000, they be qualify next year. Teams too full from Akoje because your league in the last 5 years they be full from edge. CAF FA Cup, so they be a season they will be full from edge. It's a Ochina baby any go stars. I bet you both say you will be full.
Consistency Ukraine or call Jimmy Gobi. Oh, it is here. Or no qua. So you're not going in there when I'm
you're qua.
You're going in the one. Hey, Sabate Zuko for everyone. Bet you about Gubino Aquava. Gustas are mentioned who are quite necessary. So you say, to say Ali debut or Bo. Zamalek or Bo.
Why, that one is a and picture we about Gustas for this will kill you too.
Who's will be a batches?
I'm not saying it's like it is a bad thing.
Yeah.
What am I saying?
Sure.
First batch.
No, I'm not saying it is a bad thing.
Reservations.
I'm not saying it is a bad thing at all. I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all. But I'm trying to talk to you about the kind of levels are. Certain things be more common in package pine. Because I understand how flight boy any arrangement in your mobile.
Sure.
I do maybe I'm call maybe I know Ojam, Sasa women I can da, mo jollof ko say okwem. But you jollof.
Yeah, what's that?
Hey Ojam, what you jollof?
Na Premier League no grass team is no your baby. One man on the sprint and a bar match. Na you woman and one moon now can.
Me no Capo.
Kana League no.
Say Emre Dania. Me so ya Dania will be. The FA Oma try 1 million Ghana cedis in years like Capo. Now years can be a hitting account. Build competitive squads. If you build a competitive squad, no more be competitive, no more achieve results. Bet me a general no so idea pushing for sponsorships. Sponsorships in but then supporters will also have to play a major role. And look as the supporters in register BB Krana they struggle. It's a club no compare sponsor na a club ni nyina so fan convince sponsor na say. Mama Biska say ABCD she me team ni mo say na mo so benya returns. Because now if a club decides to go to a sponsor and says he said there be a supporters platform and WhatsApp asem can Capo. We are talking about properly registered supporters who contribute to the club. Meaning he says all the merchandise people on TBR or more estimated say at least more register or census and more register supporters base or we now achieve this particular course. It will definitely bring money to the team. What the better players? You remain competitive on the forefront, and at the same time, you remain competitive on the economic front.
Yeah.
Until you get to that level, say you budget 50,000, and then 50,000 no man penny when almost you, but you can be a bench running a lot.
Yeah, and yeah.
Because a co flight me no back over sound.
Uncle Bium.
Hotel abeda a co say asa.
Sabe pay for another expenses. Oh, dos. Na say the CAF Champions League Confederation no. Every time I can see set back I know more fee nanka. When we are ready then we join the train.
I bet in Capo in that particular aspect because the more you don't go the more I will lose points. Lose points no slots. So that one we can't say we won't go. But yeah fear now about to 2 years and we can do things well here and so start being competitive over there. I'm not saying somebody should do anything but I chroma say your league in any certain standards be be the dana kwamu pushing your certain level of consistency in every single year the Egyptian league is giving us at least one of Zamalek and answer Al-Ali or the CAF Champions League in the confederations they are having pyramids consistently now the pyramids yet in the pyramids timia boama pyramids aqua kushia FIFA Continental Cup or share Al-Ali Alali Saudi Arabia club or discover the two players ahodo. Where the number of players they have. Roberto Firmino. Omuna busa team. What did they mention as? These are things. Some a Simba ni Yanga. A supporters in an club next year when I say we run the club. Obiani model. So let us pick the right model to help our clubs. I said they are all confused. Ochanani attaching we kakra. Oh, Ochanani attaching we kakra. What is the clear model in the even for our league to maintain a certain consistency when it comes to Omombe representing at the top level?
Mate, asarba dumre na omfane haumra. Emse o hawo no yate na nimse clubs no so we di nyina na yemo yiyo mu se beku yi ama mo de bia mo beko no mabasa nsapan na ja Ghana league nso so standard intime match the other leagues in Africa. Ni na no chese league no from pa since 2004.
Scanny any.
What's it? Scanny ho.
Your biggest issue is ska.
Okay.
Your sky clubs no will be better. Trust me.
Yeniska was only to my good recruitment.
Yeniska.
And why?
That is the answer. Yeniska. Oh. Only more plans. Dioniska. Oh, well, a lot of plans. It's not like our clubs do not think. But when you enter into that realm, you are faced with the harsh reality. Second system name. At the whole Ghana, the cover page across Yenibi.
The whole nation.
Yenibi. Na football clubs are Omniska.
The problem need the first runner.
No. Alali Echo per Bruno Lage, the same Echo, in excess of $4 million. That money will run the entirety of the Ghana Premier League for more than a season, maybe 2 seasons. Jalali the copper coach or call that coach is a brabe a bet me any league no for 2 seasons. But that tells you, I'm not saying say Egyptian league no more scammer, but clubs no it me rise here to stage beer. They have money, they have the resources. Pyramid, Sika Pyramids, Sakra Umbejo, my first Champions League title, no. Capo, a bedroom $100 million. I'm your crab, bro. Pyramids have spent in excess of $100 million to win their first CAF Champions League title. Our clubs don't have money. Baby, I wear Sony at the end, and 1 year no day. If you don't have money, if Kotoko had money, do you know what they would do? Why you as a players here no Messi so?
Most of the top players have
exactly. And Kotoko with money, or bet me all your top players from Africa than Mamelodi Sundowns with money.
Yeah, because Kotoko Odi.
Yeah, Odi will prestige our history.
Yeah.
If Kotoko had the riches as Sundowns, Munya, Orlando Pirates, Munya, they wouldn't be here. Community level way, Sika. Because one pa Sika woho house of folk came back down to this level. I won't say your underlying factors be why and my why we don't perform well in Africa. The chief reason a lack of money. Maybe you can attribute other factors. It be a first and 4 clubs in Echo. So it will guarantee you consistency. At least 2 out of that 4 clubs maybe to me 3 out of 3 times.
Yeah.
Because your ball league we are Koroko Anji League no be the second. Has Anji League be the second. FA Cup and the first nanke league ne kra no yet me top 3 near the FA Cup winner count. First and not top 4 time a FA Cup ne bono. Africa the na top 4 and on moko Africa no. But then any osa 2 penebeko 2 no so baku a league mu baku FA Cup mu. So you won't get that consistency. First, not consistency. It allows for teams like Faisal, Liberty Professionals. They even tested their strength in Africa. But there were consistent appearances made by the likes of Hasselfolk and then Asante Kotoko. Second, Ambo Champions League, no, but the CAF Winners' Cup or the CAF Cup. But and then competitions, no, you're shanking a manaka 2 pe. And instead of the 4 entrants na Ghana, no slots no. Since Abeka 2. So you can't make consistent appearances. But if there was money, then our clubs can embark on long-term projects. They can keep their best players and they can still add to it.
Okay.
Sika wo asana nkebeye, but there is no money. Sika ne kwan be na be fa so aba through partnerships or sponsorships. Aban support. Partnership or sponsorships. The first, you have telcos who were sponsoring our clubs. Kotokone is it? Yeah, MTN, not Kotokone MTN. But Kotoko also had Tigo. They were paying then close to $1 million for sponsorship. And how much are corporate entities paying for sponsorship? Then time I Kotoko what Tigo bo no. Space Fund no.
Yeah.
They were paying close to $1 million. That time, you know. Nakodoko to me kokofa. There was this former English coach Akodoko Kofano. Do you know how much they were paying him? More than $10,000 then.
Wow.
Yes. Oh, it didn't escape me. Ian Porterfield.
Okay.
I hope I got the name right. Yep. He was being paid then $10,000. And this is somewhere late 90s, early 2000s, so baby. So check. When there was sponsorship money, Korko were going to Germany for pre-season, going to South Africa. Yes, you can't anymore. You're born and say you with money and the right investment. Near you're consistent with it. You're born to be pija. We think your game not sacred quality niho. Players here mobile gold stars here. Omabo Champions League, you know, for 3, 4, 5 seasons. I'll be who quality. And yeah, na resina for free or the kosher esperance.
Yeah.
And yeah, league yeah. Fete fine or kotoko.
Yeah.
Quality. And yeah, one and all the Black Stars. Yeah. We have quality players. What we don't have is the platform that allows them to be consistent in top competitions. Dani yabetina ni edi Chelsea home come near Chelsea players are more Champions League than now for from. And Rio Ferdinand ne kai said omuya. But when they entered the Champions League proper, we saw how they were shocked. And yes, Benfica players in Mbosi, but they have had the benefit of being in the Champions League for a consistent period. Into competition, no to mano afra into Sasusum ne raw. Your players in Bibisa, we don't have that exposure. Then you have exposure. So you have the wishful thinking, Kwatina playing Mutukwai. You have Sika. And this is one pass Gold Stars when the Sika.
The Jets.
Pre-season about Kwatina cry. Abroad him so Africa. Ebi awako butu Algeria who bob matches me.
What that no come up.
Yaniska. We don't have money because your supporters, you know, they don't have purchasing power. Oton just 200 cedis cry or me complaining. Oje match day ticket 20 cedis cry. They will complain. Over there, supporters are the purchasing power. Alali, they will make a lot of jersey sales. Check your mobile park. It's a moment park. Wow, you look at them. Omabo club nehoka. Kotoko aye jersey ton. Kwa brania kwa fa jersey ni bi ton ne de. Oba na pima ne bom. And so you did the whole brand Kotoko jersey. Club ne de na ye ton ye nto.
Ye to bi wakanta.
Enchen. E better na club ne nyeska koto player ope. Wow, you are not helping your club.
So business aspect of the game no yentias here.
Ye did dear back their clubs never saw mudidi wom. On South African ko hu sa de ne say. Kaizer Chiefs Jesse obia ko twabie gumu ton ye betew.
So has a supervision also your form because I say
ye nipa boni for first place before supervision e ye usuban.
Okay.
Ye nipa papa. What was a club assign a sponsorship key deal. Now was a club ne told jerseys no nyeska. Now what na sia wunim sa dia wo ye nya wa ko twa jersey ne bi agumu ton diska. we are a club name na sika na ode club na dey enye wo na wo jiske ne gu bottom
and mo to no so na yas ezo ya
final anywhere wo to no mo na mo kum clubs no through that
go Madrid phone fajesi mama Madrid mega store ni wo mo obi nkoto bi anche
na Santiago eyi wa ko fa bi no to ne dey
onye
again paraphernalia sa we ya edugugu ye komi nyo aben ni we ya ye originally the club should run shops that sell them. Merchandising, one way of making money. We don't patronize it here. Samates as one of the best jerseys produced every season. Dodo say nebeto. How many people? We prefer to go and buy Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Liverpool. Ni akwasho omu jersey di abehe kotoko match.
Over stadium na foreign clubs ni jerseys nkwa.
Exactly the point. So that is where the problem is.
And there's slavery, they're still in our mindset.
Your mindset, we are not contributing financially to your clubs. And these are the same fans who will be making outrageous demands.
Look at the jerseys.
And I more top players. They say Samates as one of the best jerseys every season.
Bro, we the Jimmy Van.
Oh, let me actually year after year. Or mobile Premier League. Samates jersey be on the baby quality. Kotoko, look at Jesus already about this year. Na kwabrania kutwebi ton. O black na o ha. No we are say ana players ne ba mo nche na omoko. No offers can away. Yeah, just match day ticket. Mumba pack. Omu winning match tumba. Hey, Capo. You know why the British football culture is the envy of the world? Teams omu nusukra no match day. Stadium aboma.
Or the demonstrating
stadium, the more you contribute, the more your club makes money to recover.
Look at this.
Last season, Madrid got trophyless. Almost stadium I empty.
Maybe.
Almost stadium I empty.
Still supported.
Yes, my supporters here, fans, football fans are Ghana. Demands of making demands crossing Real Madrid fans. So no chiafuku. Yanka no creme fans romo. O pesa o club ko Africa no bo modern a hwebo support o club yibima yemba ye fabu census na yenka se kotoko supporters we na no 5 million and so fabu census subscription endru 100,000 empo
supporters no mo pe wi ayesema
cuz de biana no mo club no mo nyeni yet if you don't contribute money how would they make things work? Me say your biggest football problem your money, lack of money. Lack of money. Your coaches, your year, they will be going for internships outside. Be this car, they are idea wo. Entika kana obenya no they share the honi na busia. Abaya touch and go sir. That is the point.
Yeah, actually.
Remember your Africa ma na team ne free ni abetna ana mo hwe de alali here. Unim de alali supporters here. Do you know what they are doing? Unim the Halali supporters Omoyama club no. Harold Cross Yaboa. Harold say I don't think it's lack of money only, it's rather lack of ambition. Ambition will drive management to look for a big sponsorship deal. First, let me tell you 15 years ago, me say get involved in football. What is ambition? What drives your ambition? Lawyer. Okay, my lawyer. You need money to go to law school.
Yeah, that's all cool.
You enter the realities of the world as you
might be there, but
if our clubs have money, ambitions or better Africa, they have. But where is the money to champion that cause? It's a money is a down so no Africa. But they are not better in terms of ambition than Kotokomo. When has were vibrant, they has found financial backing. That success has to folk chalked in 2000.
2000, yeah.
A kanda and they almost but me say give our clubs money, consistent good money.
Mate.
Oba football no.
Mami ko di mun komo na.
And yes kan ka Amanko no beja hako.
Debi.
Was Amanko not a key player or a league name?
Top player.
Acquire Chelsea or Mumre.
But Juan Kazinka league now.
Oh, yeah, I'm about better now. More top players in now. They are now my club. No. What have you? Let me speak to the fans.
No, that's it.
Second me a boarding. Moon Jessica. Moon Fessican Raya boarding. Mo bad do na. And as sponsors no or money betting who mo discover shame
for sure.
Mo dia mo yana
Ramko Pedro no that's it. So akuma mama na. Me mo akuma ya duru.